All right, welcome in everybody. We're back with some more Cyberknights tonight. Been looking forward to this. I think we had a pretty good run last time and shook off a little bit of that rust and had kind of gotten back into the mix of things again. We are building up the base pretty well here. We've got our triage clinic upgraded, or yeah, we're on level 2. We're building the counter intel pod, hopefully to help lower this heat. We're absolutely boiling it up here. And we are building, we have built and we're upgrading our SimStream detox so we can de-stress people. We have been absolutely running ourselves ragged here, trying to get all these missions done, and we kind of sort of caught up, but it just like looking up here, I see we already have a whole bunch more things, including a VP needing some help here. So all kinds of tasks to continue. We did have, who was it? I think it was Octane last time. Where are you at, Octane? Yeah, Octane. We leveled up her syndicate merch too. So we'd really like to sell her some goods. She buys syndicate accounts and syndicate files, so we can get our hands on a good minted one. Hopefully that'll pay off. Hey, Ace of Spades, how's it going? And Xavier, good afternoon. Finally here, no practice today. Well, welcome in, man. Glad to have you. Hopefully it's not been too hot for you if you're out doing practice. It was a little cooler here today, but man, this week has definitely been very warm where I'm at. Other than that, what we are really hoping for is one of our gun runners to actually get a breakthrough. I would really like it. Yeah. Gun Nut 1, making expand military armament. Yeah, we need more of that. I think, don't we have a second one? Thought we had 2 gun runners. Maybe not, just the one. That is a tattoo, lady. That is a tattoo. Holy moly. Other than that, I don't think we're actually not wounded, weirdly enough. We have a recruit waiting, so we'll deal with that here when we get started. We have somebody ready to train. One's out on legwork. That looks like it's mask. It's in a heated room. Whoa, my apologies. It has been over 100 degrees here this week. That just sounds like misery to me. What are you training for? Okay, I think that's basically the intro that we need to catch ourselves up. I was also going to look. We still don't have... Oh, man. We still do not have a full set of things that we can mint into something more expensive. I really wish this would happen. This is something I did not interact with last time around. We were just selling pieces off piecemeal and not really building up at all. Okay, let's go take a look here. Who is this possible recruit? It's Yoko Fiore, a Vanguard. Vanguard is the same class as Neko. Ah, right. Wrestling, gotcha. Are you having to cut weight or just practicing in the heat? Hey, Gustavo, how's it going? Okay, who had the conversation? It's gonna be you. Alright, what's up, man? We have the conversation? There it is. Let me introduce Yoko. So you ran recon for Los Zagalos raids and hit squads? I like to say that I case targets, places, people, and operations. Anything the team needed to know? Entrances, exits, security routines? Red Hat said you were good at what you did. You always notice the most important things. I am good at what I do. That's why the bosses kept me so busy, even though I wasn't more than hired help. You never pledged to Los V? Heh, I'm sure they probably feel like I did. I hung around enough years, but to be honest, I never liked their larger agenda. What part wasn't to your taste? Most of it, the drug running, the bravado, all the fighting. For what, Ward 4? But you'd pledge to our agenda? I feel like my agenda and your agenda are much more aligned. So I would. Red Hat said the crews used to ask for you to run recon. What makes you so good? Further define the merc by picking a trait. Perry says, no notification again. Found it anyways. Well, Perry, I remembered to send out the notification on Discord. So if you're not a member of the Discord, you should definitely join it. I do an at everyone when I'm going to go live. Usually 10 minutes in advance. I was late today, but I did do it. I did do it. And you'll get a Discord ping, and you'll know I'm going live. And if you don't want those, you can always just mute the channel, and you won't hear it anymore. So that's the only solution I can have for people who don't get YouTube notifications, unfortunately. One of my coworkers, her son plays football, and they're in off season obviously right now, and he's been going down. They've been doing weights, and they have like a school gym, and they call the gym the Sweatshop. I thought that was an amazing name for a gym. If I ever open a gym, I'm naming it the Sweatshop. Babble's Sweatshop. Copyright, don't steal that. It's mine. Okay, what do we got here? I grew up stealing things to survive. I'm a thief. +1 reaction, -2 move detection radius. That's really nice for these type of characters. And a little extra move. If you move quick enough, they never know you're there. Reaction, move points, move speed. Also really good. Or some legwork success. I think I'd like the legwork success in all honesty. Just to have her be a little more dedicated so I could actually bring Neko once in a while. I think we're going to do that. I pay attention to the little details. It takes a real sleuth to properly case a joint. Little details, big details, you can't afford to miss any of them. In our line of work, that can be the difference between a score and a disaster. What do you think, Mask? I got one more question. What do you know about Chameleon Sheath? Red Hat said you just recently had spliced in. That's not cheap chrome. You don't earn that kind of money doing Intel sweeps for a street game, so she has some sort of Cyberknight implant. Where'd you get the money? And before you answer, let me be clear. If you want in this company, trust is our baseline. So even if you don't like your own answer, it better be the truth. Further define the Merc's backstory. I took a big risk on a personal job, but pulled it off without being made. I stole from K-Milieu Syndicate. We don't really have a lot of good or bad ties with them yet. I'd like not to have multiple gangs that hate me, so maybe that's a no. I got a lucky break off the street and did a few gigs for a mid-level Ultratech exec. He offered the implant. Now I owe him some obligations. Does that mean I could get a contact with an Ultratech exec? We have a doctor we're blackmailing, but she's our only Ultratech person. I sold out one of my Los Zagalos bosses to the Fenians. Oh, we don't like not the Irish. Oh no. We have beef with them. Foreign beef with them. Okay, I think we're gonna actually do this one. Owing them obligations isn't great, but it's story. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm really curious if I can get an Ultratech person contacted. It's good that you have connections. It's less good that we be sharing in your obligations. I'm sure the exec will have more work. It could be a profitable connection. And eventually, they will all want to call in the obligations you owe them. That could be expensive, as they'll expect us to honor them. A private word, Mask? What do you think? Everyone in the business has something haunting their past. We got to keep that in mind and wait for a new recruit. Yep. We will take Yoko. Just don't ruin the Beatles. Let me run recon and stealth for our crew a few times. You won't regret it. Okay, but I'd like to customize you. Appearance. Think I have an import? Did we have... Because I passed on this one last time, yeah. We passed on this character the first playthrough, which was a very foolish decision. It was very foolish. Okay, okay, I actually kind of like that look. Okay, I can work with that. Okay, kind of a street dress with a little jacket. Okay, that was just random, but all right. And I like the colors are a little different. What can we do with that hood? What do we got here? Just primary and secondary color. Secondary doesn't seem to be changing. Doesn't seem to change anything. And the primary changes the stripe. Okay, so if I wanted that to match her jacket, something like that. Okay, I don't mind that. I like that as my favorite implant, and hers would obviously have been blue. We do have at least a little style around here. I'm back on the non-legacy faces, or hair again. I wonder if that setting's not working properly. I don't hate these, I just don't love them either. I don't feel like it fits the rest of the aesthetic. All right, let's just have a different face. I think we've already got one that's using that. That is a manly jaw, lady. Holy moly. Sure. Have that one. And then the weird monocle thing. I'm not so sure I like that. Where are you getting that monocle from? It's from here? Okay. And then eyes. Okay. Yeah, I think that kind of works, and the color's okay. First time seeing this game. What class is she? She's a Vanguard, like Neko is. Sort of reminds me of XCOM. Yep, that's a very good comparison, Xavier. So imagine if instead of XCOM being you against aliens, it was a cyberpunk heist game, and you're pretty close here. Another Vanguard? Yeah. The last time we played, I skipped this, and I regretted it so badly. So badly. Yeah, okay. I think that's all right. The only thing, I'm not in love with those eyes, and it's the color. Maybe we make it match the silver, the third color here. She has gray eyes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and her name's Yoko Fiore. All right, we have to go on a mission to get a call sign, so we'll let that ride. All right, Yoko. Like I said, better not ruin the Beatles for me. All right, new hire. Who dis? And that gives us another person to do legwork, hopefully. Oh, we didn't look at her implant. No, not those implants. Jeez, guys. She has Chameleon Sheath. It's a skin slot. Stealth crit damage bonus, or bonus damage. Okay. Stealth or light armor only. If you install this cybernetic implant, you will immediately train in the Vanguard class. I didn't realize that there was class implants. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's what she would be anyways, is a light armored person, so that works for me. First aid kit though? I think we would like... Oh, are we out? That's right, we use like all of our bios. Oops. I always go here to shop, and that's not right. I want to go up here to shop. Medical items. Bio recycler. Do we have anything new? The blue juice. No. Okay, so buy. And we need several of these. Let's get like... Oh, we got lots of money. Let's get like 6 of them. And we're going to continue to push Dr. Ash. She's my only cyberdoc and my only actual doctor. I really want her... I can't mouse over it, but where it says influence 90%, if I can get that to 100, hopefully we can level her up. Okay, the other thing, we looked last time and then we never found it. I wish there was a search box where I could just type. What I want to know is, I swear there's an item called a jam kit. And I would expect it right here under items. Maybe we just don't have somebody who's selling them. Jam kit is a way I can turn off security things. We also have some armors in here. Initiative mod, speed mod. So this would be like heavier armor. This would be all right for like a soldier. And we also have this. Okay, so this has 1 protection point and it's 60-20. Let's go compare to what we're actually using on somebody. Neko, what do you have? 55-20. Okay, that's not much of a difference. And I'm pretty sure everyone's running the light stuff. So we could... Let's grab a pair of that, just to try it out. I think my soldier could use that. We'll take one of these from Origami Joe. Known to fold under pressure. Not my pun. You can blame chat last time. Mods. I think we kind of went through here. The number 1 mod I actually would want is an extended magazine for the AR. Please don't put me on a list, YouTube. It's a game in Minecraft. Yeah, the reload size, having an extra shot in there. Right now we get 2 bursts and we're empty. Well, two full auto shots and we're empty. This would give me 2 and then an additional shot. For 21k, you know what? I'm in. We'll buy 2 of those. Okay, let's go equip that quick. So, Sarge gets the heavier armor. And is that a body mod? Yeah. Gets the bigger clip. And Noir gets the bigger clip. Okay. And just in case, so I don't forget, we'll have Yoko. I don't want her to have the first aid kit. I want a biorecycler. Just so I don't forget. We had a problem. Who was it last time? Was it Sarge? Sarge is likely to get shot though, so I kind of want to keep the first aid kit. Heals for 160 with 1 use. Do we have anything better? Heals for 30. That's garbage. We could do an AoE heal. That's a battery. Immediately patch 1 armor. Okay, so if we get armor shredded, we could patch it. That's kind of whatever, though. Heal 60 immediately and at the end of the current turn and the next 3 turns. Each healing cancels bleed out. You know what? He can have that. See, we have him the heavier armor anyways, so maybe a heal over time. Sergeant Potato? We already have a Potato, though. We have a contact. Potato. He's our wire ghost, our hacker contact. So, I don't know. Maybe they're related. Okay, I think that's all the to-dos. We just gotta wait for buildings to finish here. Oh, and we still have a training. Oh, she needs it. Okay, so class training. Okay, we are gonna definitely want this in case I do send her on mission. So I want the extra jam kit. I want the extra range. 4 unspent points. I want literally all the jam kit. And then... Now, I don't think any of these do footwork. That's too bad. I wouldn't actually mind like a fully spec'd footwork person. She's got the implant for doing stealth stuff. So I think we should lean into that. Engage blend and become undetectable. Gain 25% stealth crit chance. And invisible while stationary. I think we're gonna go that way. Like, she's already kind of like heading in that path. We got 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we'll just head that direction. And Remedy, back to the Remedy. Our sniper, who did some amazing work last mission. Absolutely amazing work. Fleety, when you kill an unaware or suspicious target, immediately lower your alarm level to hunted. Enemies must reacquire you and gain 10% accuracy against unaware or suspicious targets for the remainder of the turn. At max level, activates once per turn. That's pretty dang powerful. This single shot attack gives an extra 10% optimal range. We have so many like single shot abilities on her though. I don't love more of those. 20% of ballistic damage is pure damage. Same problem. Use 2 AP to move without generating recoil. Buff yourself with stealth, crit chance, and ballistic as extra pure damage. Yeah, that's a little more interesting to me. And maybe that one. Quiet kill. When killing an unaware or suspicious target, gain 10% all range accuracy. Okay, again, yes. I kind of want to head this direction. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we go this route. Unless either one of these really tempts me. The buff thing's okay. Yeah, let's head this direction. I think we'll take the on-kill effect. Alright, that's her only point there. Okay, Basilisk is detoxing. Alright, what do you know? Wonder Brew needs our unique brand of services for a prominent research lab. Well met, and I'm sure that we'll be able to help you with your problem, Gene. Oh, Gene. What are you doing, Gene? Oof. If you're not aware, the treaty that allowed Warner Bruin to join New Boston charter stipulates that we enter into 3 joint research ventures. We've hit certain milestones, commit certain budgets, and reveal specific tranches of protected intellectual property to the UNA researchers. All part of the cost of doing business in New Boston. Please do not get me wrong, I'm not complaining about the cost. The terms are very fair and honestly in our favor. Our legal team was very careful with how the agreement was arranged, and you'll follow it to the letter. Warner Bruin's known for its dedication to the details, are we not? But now there's an issue with one of the ventures. We had a young lead researcher who became confused. It seems he's losing touch with the spirit of the arrangement and making decisions that are not in everyone's best interest. As in not really sharing. Exactly. There was a misunderstanding about how serious we were when we entered into this part of the treaty. Now, Casimir is very intelligent and gifted young researcher. We don't want to lose him to this, but if he isn't careful, the legal army behind these arrangements will have his head. As we can't afford to do anything too flashy, we like to take care of the other side, the UNA side of the equation. The matter's simple enough. Casimir believes he's fallen in true love with one of the UNA digital team. A hacker named Sarah seems to be the one causing the problems. I believe a simple plan we need to execute is a win-win. We can remove Sarah from the situation and give ourselves future ammunition against UNA for future negotiations. We will fabricate evidence that will frame Sarah for taking bribes from McKellen Heavy Industries to steal secrets from Warner Bruin through the Joint Research Lab. When Casimir realizes he's been duped by a well-paid snake in our midst, he will snap back to the corporate line and be a good researcher for the rest of his days. And it will be a nice pie in the UNA face. Gotta say, the sniper really put it in with that MVP. Yes, they did. And then also, I was exiting too soon and we needed to get one more kill for the bonus objective, and just cleanly did that. Just cleanly did that. The plan's all drawn up, ready to spec. We have all the details ready to make the details in forgery. As someone on your team will help create a secret life for Sarah, a luxurious apartment, expensive purchases, all tied to the payments she received to steal from poor, unfortunate Warner Bruin. Heartbreak Rush requires us to complete a hack-only job and a legwork. Okay. Yeah, I'm in. We'll start building up this fake second life for Sarah. And look at that, Yoko already putting in some work. You're up, Yoko. Excellent, then everything is arranged. With Yoko setting up the fake lifestyle, you'll need to hack into McKellen's system and implant a few fake transfer records. Once everything's set, Warner Bruin will present the evidence to UNA head of security on the lab. We could put bets on how fast UNA will drop Sarah, but I think we can all agree it'll be fast. And we'll be sure that Casimir sees the evidence and realizes his mistake. We'll have our star researcher back. Just make this happen for me, Noir. All right, we're in. We're horrible people. Okay, so... Okay, we have another file steal. This is with Origami, and I really want to limit break him. Is he close? Where are you at, Origami? You think yeah, there you are. He's kind of close. I need to let the heat die down some, too. That's the thing. I guess we take that. Let's let the clock burn here a little bit. Okay, we are out of detox. Let's see what your actual mission is. My insider is willing to steal a prototype. It's a jealously guarded Jupiter group secret for the moment. Someone else will steal or crack the formula. This is the same mission we read last time. They have a secret formula. You need it when you basically 3D print. And so we are going to go steal it. And we need to get the file set for him. We will definitely take that. 9 days. Okay, so we can let our heat cool some. I need one of your mercs. I do have, hang on, hacking required. No, that's Heartbreak Rush. Hacking optional. Let's get the Heartbreak Rush done. I believe that's gonna be a hacking only. At the start of the hack, buff the hacker with 100 Cyberdeck IO for 3 turns. That's amazing. I will definitely purchase that from Potato. He owes me 1 favor. I'm not going to waste a favor on that. That's very cheap. We also could immediately buff the deck with 30 shield. I'm not worried about that. We talked about upgrading the cyber deck last time, but I don't think we need that yet. See if we can still do this a little on the cheap. Under equipped. Not really for this mission. You're fine. Go for it, Red Hat. Just get 5 snipers. That's my XCOM strat. The optimal range of the rifles in this is very low. I think that'd be very hard to do. I didn't say that right. If they're too close, the optimal needs them to be farther away. All right, we're hacking in. Yep, no problem. We got this. Data stream ready to go. All right, what do you know, computer? We need to spike the CPU, and we need to complete the mission before turn 5. I'm guessing the CPU is probably down here. That usually is kind of the T section that we see. All right, let's load our scan. Need to sleaze. Hop on in, sleaze it, scan it. We also need a deception. Hop on in. Unload a cyberdeck program. Yeah, nope, no thank you. And sleaze that. Scan it. Okay, random access point. That's going to do nothing for me. Okay, all we need here is a deceive. Hop on in. Do it. Scan it. Okay, an SPU. We need double of deceives. Okay, so I'm going to unload that. We're going to load that. We're going to load that. We still have plenty of IO going here. I did do my scan, right? Yes. Okay, let's hop on in. And deception, and scan. Okay, we are very low on points here. I think we're going to chill out. I am going to need a sleaze, but I can't load it this turn. Let's turn on... Let's turn on our hard shell, and then we will end our turn. I think I'm finally starting to understand the hacking. I'm going through it a little fast. Let me know if you need something answered. I'm not a wizard at it, but I think I can explain it well enough. Essentially, you want to make sure you scan your location so you can see what's next door. Ideally, you'll have the countermeasure loaded. You'll hop on in, and you'll disarm whatever it is if you need to. So, prevents loading programs. I could walk past this, but on the off chance that something horrible happens down here, I am going to sleaze it. Then I'm going to scan it again. Now, normally this shows you what's next door, which this one does. This is an SPU. This is not the CPU. Interesting. Okay, and I need 2 deceptions there, so I'll go ahead and load deception. Unloading cyberdeck programs when you're taking the action adds security tally. So we're going to turn off unloads programs first. Then we're going to turn down that. Okay, we just escalated. I'm going to pop spoof. This is a talent that he has. Buff your matrix avatar with 1 spoof token, which blocks QSec AI from taking actions during a QSec escalation. Tokens expire after 2 turns. So even though I escalated, this will stop the CPU from being able to do anything. Okay, this is the CPU, and I know it because my scan didn't penetrate it. So we have loot and loot. We have 3 turns left. We're on turn 2. We got plenty of time. Let's go shopping. Connect over here. Prevents download? Nope. And I'm gonna be safe and I'm gonna scan it. Prevents download. We get that. If triggered if you download a file, immediately steals 10 matrix AP. So we need a disarm. And I was able to load that here because I didn't have anything here stopping me. Disarm that. Personnel files 4. I don't remember which one we need. Corporate invoices 1. Okay, pretty crummy loot, frankly. Okay, we'll connect over here. I'm getting kind of low, and this is a safe spot. Let's just chill here. Let's go ahead and load in our scan. And you know what? I should have loaded decoy. We could overclock. I think we're going to overclock. We can. I'm not going to jump in here, though, just in case. We got plenty of time. I want to turn anything else on. I am going to need an attack program. I can't fit it. I don't have enough active memory. Okay, let's end that turn. Vevictus Asin, how's it going? Just casually waltzing around the matrix here. All right, connect on over. Prevents download. Let's scan first. Triggered if you load a cyber deck. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, a legendary. Waste Corp cleanup deposits. Yoink. Augmented reality casino skims. For a second, I thought that said skins. I'm like, oh, what, are we stealing skins now? Is that what this has come to? V-Bucks in this economy? Okay, we know we're gonna need an attack program. I don't know what else I would need. Maybe a disarm. Let's load a disarm. Connect on in. All right, we don't know what's here. Scan is 0. I'm gonna do it. Triggered if you use a cyber deck program. Disarm. Okay, nothing popped. Scan. So we need a sleaze. Triggered if you use a cyber deck program. Okay, so this is not using it, but I can't fit it, which should be fine. I can just attack this. Triggered if you use. Okay, this will trigger it. I think I'm okay with that though. Please one-shot this. 38 to 50 damage. Okay, that's gonna take 2 shots. I think I'm gonna back out here and we're gonna get a sleaze turned on. So I don't need you. Unload. Load. Let's hop back in. Let's sleaze that off. Okay, now I'm not worried. Triggered if you use... Yeah, get rid of this. Oh, look at that. I needed even more. 3 shots. Ouch. And one-shotted that. Spike the CPU. Nope, nope. We need to scan one more. Spike. Cool. Digital destruction, I am. The CPU's been spiked with the virus, along with the forged accounts, has been injected. The mission will end when the time limit ends or Red Hat walks to the exit. Well, we can... Yep, we can just pop on out. We've already looted everything. Done turn. I don't know if we actually have to walk there. I think it's going to end it here. Oh, or not. You're going to make me walk. All right, fine, fine. Very successful. Not the best loot, but that finishes up our mission, so... Get out of there. Nice hack. That was fast. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that was just clean. That was a pretty... Those matrices, there's different AIs, and there's different difficulty. So whatever that was very easy. The CPU was spiked with a full delivery. All the forged accounts and transactions are in place. Well played, hacker. A Red Hat hacker. And we'll take our 630,000 mission payment. And now I'm a millionaire according to Steam. Thanks, Gabe. You can wire me that money at any point. And really, that was not even that much heat. So I'm very happy with that. Okay, let's just play here. Promise me you'll come back, Mask. The club won't be the same without you. Yeah, we went and partied with some execs to try to drum up business. You're right about that. So I could say I will be keep the booth warmed up in a bottle of Torelli Silver Chilled, or when we got something to celebrate, I'll bring the crew down. Yeah. Yeah, when we got something to celebrate, I'll bring the crew down. You know, build up our clout. I can see the rave reviews now. Hardened mercenaries and posh faces love the nightclub. If you two are done. I get it. Business is all the time. No fun. I wonder if that thing in your spine would celebrate the... is capable of quantum fun. A win. A joke. I'm flying high as hell because I've delivered as promised. We've started something and we've got their attention. We hooked the first, a Warner Bruin Spec Op CO by the name of Aria Reb. Take a look at her V-chip. I'm about to slot it and we'll be connected. Okay, wow, that's a fashion statement. What is with these Warner Bruin people in yellow? Holy moly. And she is well connected, and of course, corporate deep pockets. Aurora booked a private suite where anyone from Warner Brewing can do private business day or night. Owen Yang has gained the German connection trait and the illicit nexus strength. We have gained an introduction to a Spec Ops CO, Aurelia Reb. So let's go take a look at Owen here. So one of the main systems, for anyone who hasn't seen this, is these are all the people we know. Some of them are friends, some of them are enemies, like this guy right here. Enemy refuses our calls. Some of them do things for us. Here's our gun runner, Diego. Here's our street doc. Owen is a person from the backstory of our face, the nightclub owner. And with what we just did for her, we got her the German connection, so we added this trait. 25% to double influence gains, and plus 10 heat maximum. So if your heat gets too high, they won't work with you. Illicit nexus. You are on a power play. You preside over a power center in the underworld where the business is negotiated and transacted. While you have power play position, your next limit break will have access to more advanced set of options. An exposure limit break could remove this powerful position. So she's probably going to give us a big mission to do to help her break through. Okay, legwork is fine. You want to send somebody on more legwork, and we have a heist in 8 days. I think we're just going to let some more heat burn off. I see we finished upgrading this. I would love to do that right away, but we filled up our barracks. What do I need to upgrade the barracks? We need level 3 power. Let's do it. I want to always have a spare slot until we're full. Okay, counter intel pod. Yes. Okay. Counter intel trades tokens for counterintelligence and advantage. Token generation time is 10 days, the time it takes to generate a token. Available tokens, we can have 2 out of 2. And in 10 days, we get 1. So, blow off heat. Immediately reduce the team's heat by 10 to a minimum of 0. A prolonged campaign of misinformation redirects the heat in the underworld towards other targets. These require higher level. If we go up to level 2, we can find a hack mission. If we go up to level 3, we can interfere with headhunters. If we go to level 4, we can trade tokens for favors. So all really nice things. This is the one I care about right now, though. And we are going to immediately pop that. And I think I'm going to do it twice. So we're down to 36 heat. This is probably as low as we've ever been. So in 10 days, we'll lower that some more. Very nice. Okay, then I was going to up this to a second detox bench. So I would like... how do I do that? Maximum outreach. So we need to up the room. So I need to up the power. I can't up the power here because this power is lower. So I need to up this one. So if I had thought this through better, the sim stream should have been next to the elevator, since I'm going to have to upgrade it higher faster. But that's okay. We're going to need this at some point anyways. And wires are cheap. It's 5K. Let's just do it. And go. Matrix maps like this haven't changed that much from the old tabletop days of Cyberpunk. Nope. No, they have not. Have I ever seen a German flag? In general, yeah. Are you just saying because they have lots of yellow? Were they colored that way in the early access? Did I just not notice? It's a mild 108. It was 102 here yesterday where I'm at. Not super unusual for us here. A little earlier than we normally get this hot. Hopefully we've been having fires. I live on the West Coast, and we've been burning every year for the past like 5 years. I hope we have a low fire season. I really hope. Too ready to train. Let's go deal with that quick. Ooh, my face is ready. My face is ready. Okay, so we already picked up Puppet Master. We could lower the recharge. I don't think so, not yet. I think we're going to grab Pulling the Strings. Whenever a contact has an influence or exposure limit break, you may spend a charge to re-roll the options. Yes. Also, we are now doing corporate jobs. I want to up my deal maker. I feel like if you're gonna up a talent that gives you more income, I'd rather have this sooner rather than later. So if we do this, 10% more influence for Milsec or corporate contract, +1 favor or influence for secondary objectives given by them. And we can't afford this yet, but we'll get +25% payment once we get another point. Okay, and Red Hat is ready. Okay, for him, an extra 5 meters would be nice, but I don't think I'm going to waste the point there. Overclock is really handy. I don't think we need it, though. We're pretty much dominating the hacking right now. Null Up. Remove 45 to 60 HP from every ice in the node. That would have been useful. I wouldn't say no to the point of that. Faked Vitals. I don't like Faked Vitals because they leave the body on the field. So yes, you stop the body timer, but they haven't added the ability to move bodies yet. I believe that's coming, but it's not here yet. So if I could move the body, I would be more interested in this. As it is, I think that's kind of garbage. Debuff local ice with lagged. Temporarily disabled. I'm not huge into those. Buff with 2 scapegoat tokens. Prevent ice. I mean, I guess that'd be okay. I feel like Spoof covers me on that one. Trunk patch, immediately repair. Okay, I don't need that. Down shields. Buff an enemy drone with crit vulnerability. Okay, that's interesting. Drones are very difficult. They're like robots, essentially. Prank. I don't love Prank. Flash hack. When attacked by a drone, immediately debuff the drone with stun. Skip turn. -25% range accuracy. Okay, that's interesting. Upchain. Whenever your team kills an enemy drone, immediately debuff drones within 25 meters with minus... Okay, I like that quite a bit. I think we're going to head in that direction. Alright, we'll grab this, we'll grab that. That's all we can do for now. You're under-equipped still. What is your problem? You're missing... I think he had a shock grenade. I'm pretty certain he did. Can we buy... those be other items? Dazzler, frag grenade, shock mine. Buy. Let's get 3 of them. Oh, wow, we just got that available. That's our new contact, Arya Reb. We didn't have these available before. Purchase. Does that mean you gave me street frag, a dazzler? Dazzlers are kind of cool too. Debuff an enemy with an 18 with stunned. Skips turn until end of next turn. Cancels enemy overwatch. You know what? Give me a couple dazzlers too. Give me 3 of them. That could be handy. I'm gonna buy some blue juice, I think, next time we do a hack mission, but I don't need it this second. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Armors, still level 2. I don't think there's anything in here I care about. Did I ever change my hacker's weapon? Okay, I kind of think we should probably put a suppressor on the UAR. What? Okay, if anyone knows the answer to this, let me know. Okay, urban assault rifle. I understand the concept. I would call this an SMG. What's the difference here? What am I not catching on that? I've never really used the term urban assault rifle. To me, you'd have an assault rifle or you'd have an SMG. Okay, let's go look and see if we can get a suppressor for that. I would not mind that because then we could use that. Okay, that's for pistols. I assume UA is that, so we can actually get one from Origami. Yes. I also could give it. Oh, that's a suppressor. No, I want the clip. Oh, there is an SMG here too. Let's get one of those too. I don't like having my hacker fight, but if he gets in one, I want him not to get like absolutely blasted. So we'll put a suppressor and we'll put the magazine on there. Okay, I'm all right with that. And just out of curiosity, we still do not have a better pistol, right? We still just have that, yeah, secure shot. It's so bloody close. I do complain a lot when things live with 1 HP, though. Assault rifle has more stability than an SMG. Yeah, but what's the difference between an assault rifle and an urban assault rifle? Pistol caliber? Okay, yeah, that would make sense, Wolf. I think they added the word urban. Marketing. Okay, what do you guys think? Should we just make the investment? I would need to buy, like, probably one of these for everyone on the team. It is 10... I don't know what this is technically in. 10 ballistic more damage. But that adds up. That definitely adds up. The range is the same. The accuracy is a little bit better. Urban assault rifle has a shorter barrel. Okay. Yeah, I would buy that, broad. It's a bullpup, so it's shorter. Or a carbine. Okay. Okay. Hey, Abby. How's it going, man? Okay. Nobody has a strong opinion on this, but I think I'm just going to do it. How many of these do I need to buy? And then be immediately sad when we get new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. This is going to be a little pricey, but I think this is an investment. All right. Give me the secure shot. Buy them. All right, Origami. You will only sell me 5. All right. If I buy that again... Oh, Okay, so I have a slider that only goes to 5, but I could just buy more. That's a little weird. Okay, then this is gonna suck. I need to come in here. I need to take off. I need to detach. And then we are going to go to a secure shot. We're going to equip it. And then we are going to equip the silencer. And we need to do that for every person. Detach. Secure shot. Equip. Attach the silencer. I'm going to be so sad if I miss somebody here. So I'm going to do this very purposefully. Secure shot. Equip. Put on the silencer. Okay, that was Angel Eyes. Basilisk. Take off the silencer. Put on the secure shot. Put on the silencer. Neko. Take off. Go to Why does that say equipped? Unequip. We messed up. All right, who has the silencer? You have it. Equip. Take off that. Switch to secure shot. Attach the silencer. 3 to go. No, I overbought. Dang it. I forgot. She has a slugger. The reason being, a lot of the talents are for single shot. That this counts and the pistol doesn't. Womp womp. Alright, take that off. Equip. Equip. That a bug or a feature? Which part, Ace? Oh, the max of 5? I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine that'd be a bug. That'd be weird. Secure shot, yes. Yoko. Take off the pistol silencer. Okay, did I miss somebody or did I grossly miscount my team? Okay. Secure shot, silence. Secure shot, silence. Don't use one. Secure shot, silence. Secure shot, silence. Secure shot, silence. Oh my gosh, I just literally can't count apparently. There's no reason to get rid of them. I'll just hang on to them for now. But I would like to... Inventory. Guns. The defensors. Make sure I've taken all the mods off. I have. Sell. Sure. Sell. Sure. Sell. Sure. Alright, and we'll keep the extra 2 secure shots. Do you lose the items if the character dies? I actually don't have a good answer to that. We did have some deaths at the very last episode, but I didn't go back in after we had that happen and really look to see what had happened. Sin, are you in here? Sin can probably answer that question. And hey, CB, how's it going, man? Good evening, Babel. Congrats on 5K. Hello to chat too. Dude, I got trolled by future builders. I was worried that the night before I was going to hit 5K while I was asleep. I wanted to take a screenshot of 5K. Literally all day. Plus 1 sub. Minus 2 subs. Plus 2 subs. Minus 2 subs. Plus 1 sub. Minus 3 subs. It really, really feels like every time you get close to like a big benchmark number, YouTube goes through and like wipes out inactive accounts, or I can't imagine that I have bots that are subbing to a channel like mine, but they do something and they clean out accounts, because that felt very weird, especially like with the graph and then like flatline for an entire day. This is very strange. Sin says, what's the question? Xavier wanted to know, if a character dies, do you lose their equipment? And I don't know the answer to that. Okay, that is that. I think we're out of there. We still have 700k. Maybe we invest a little more here. Sorry, I'm taking a minute, but I feel like now's the time. We could... Let's bring up the filters. And what I want is I want the weapon mod for pistols. So we have 2 different reflex. These are like sights. So we have this one. 2 accuracy. It gives it less minimum optimal range. Arc doesn't really matter. This one gives way more accuracy, but lower stealth crit damage bonus. I don't think I would want to lose stealth crit bonus. We get a lot of that when we're doing these. All right, I'm gonna do this, but let's actually get a proper count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know what happened. We must have picked up a couple secure shots as loot, and I just didn't notice at some point. I did miscount, but I also think I might have had an extra one. All right, 5. Oh, they didn't save my filters. Yeah, you buy. I want 5 of those. We'll take him from Origami because he's cheap. Okay, next, weapon mods. Okay, barrel is the silencer. Optics, so we would have body mods. We have none for sale. Okay. Let's get these slapped on, and then I think we're good to go. So optic. Yep. Optic. Optic. I guess we could... No, I guess these don't actually have clips now that I say that. I was gonna say we could get clips for them, but I don't think they actually have clips. Or they do, but not... Hold on, I want to say that. But not mods I can equip. Like the assault rifle. Okay, there we go. I counted properly. New conversation with my doc. Yes! Yes! Good, good. Okay, you are ready for upgrading. And, let's talk with her. As your longtime doctor, I think we need to talk. When I heard you went under for a quantum rider to become a Cyberknight, I have to say I wasn't surprised. You've always had that gleam in your eye, but I was a little disappointed you didn't come to me. I've always stitched you and your friends up, bullet holes, broken bones. I spent enough time in the med and go to know what you could handle, Dr. Ash. I integrated your dermal plating, but I don't get it. But I get it. I don't have the razors for that kind of surgery. Didn't I buy a cigar shot? It must have been loot. I don't think I bought one, because I was very stingy. Was it episode 2? We lost one last season when we were playing in early access, but it was at like the very end. We haven't lost anyone in this one. Spinal, damn. I'm glad you're still alive. So who integrated the rider? Who did the nerve splice? You don't need to worry about competition. The splicer's dead already. Whoa, hold on. I didn't mean... What do you mean dead already? Wow. Why would we threaten our doctor? That sounds like a bad plan. Dead as in caught by the megacorp and disappeared. Gobbled up by the corporation that didn't like that he was doing midnight surgeries. It was all very quick. The good Dr. Ekman is no longer with us. If they scooped him up that fast, then you weren't that safe either. This is exactly why I don't like the idea of going under at the corporate clinic, Noir. What do you really know about the cyber surgeon, their loyalty, how careful they're being? That's why I wanted to talk to you. The equipment I have in the Med and Go, just hop down to the corner and get some dermal plating installed. I can patch, but I can only do minor cyber surgery. But we have a history, you know me. That writer in your spine doesn't change anything. You're gonna find trust is hard to come by. You can't buy that. But you can buy a whole new cyber splicing kit and integration unit. One where I could do a lot more than bone grafts and dermals. You got that kind of money? Me? From doing patchwork down here on the street level? No, I don't. But you're going to. That gleam in your eye is going to turn into hard currency soon enough. I'm asking you to invest in the clinic. An investment of $500,000. Dr. Ash could upgrade their clinic, medical services, and cybernetics offered here. I have 500K. We could do some legwork to drum up a discount. I like discounts. Right after you spend my... Of course. Let's go for the discount. Red Hat, 30%. Let's not go for the discount. A partnership, our money and your loyalty. We could go far, Noir. I'd set up everything in the Med and Go storage room. It'd be all yours and only yours. You and your team come in bleeding, I drop everything. You need a splice? You're first in line. We will need an extensive list of what you're able to wreck, Dr. Ash. Investing in the next level clinic would cost $500,000. Dr. Ash's medical treatment service would be upgraded. This is her limit break, I think, that we got going on here. Would gain the partner trait, which reduces the prices of all services and purchases. Ooh. Once we invest, purchasing and installing a new clinic unit would take about 2 weeks. Is that on my list here? Turn up with the cash. I don't really want to do that until I do a mission, just so I have a little bit of cash. We're down to 35. I don't have to rush it. Let's wait. I want to burn off some more heat before we run. Okay, what do we need for this mission? Stealth combat hacking. Stealth combat hacking. Okay, so detox bench available. Start a detox. This is a 7-day, so I can't do Noir, who really kind of needs it. Hacking kind of needs it, but I'm busy. Basilisk could use some more. I think Basilisk is just going to go straight back in. Go detox again. We upgraded the power here so that we could do the power here. That's cheap enough. Keep running. Influence limit break. Piotr Loomis. This was the Warner Bruin's son that was the drug runner. Once a contact's influence reaches 80%, they'll hit a limit influence break and can upgrade. So, if we use Puppeteer, spend 1 charge of Master's talents to upgrade the following service: combat drugs to level 3 and hacking drugs to level 2. I mean, that's fine, but I don't know if I want to waste Puppeteer. Pulling the strings. Spend 1 charge of our talent to reroll. We can spend a favor to gain an extra option. We can have his hacking drugs increased to level 2. I don't really use combat drugs very much at the moment, so I think we're gonna just do this one. We could spend a favor. You know what? Let's spend a favor. Let's just see what else we get. Okay, a garbage one. We'll just take the hacking drugs. I want to save that Puppeteer for, like, my gun runner or somebody else who might pop. I would love it if we could jump up in quality of weapons. I have to say, I would live in that apartment. You and Warner Bruin are not shy in funding this fabrication here of the lie. The more extreme it is, the more rapidly UNA will take action against Sarah. Everything is in order. All the forgeries are in place. It's time to bring the hammer down on Sarah. It'll be swift and decisive, and then Casimir will see the tranche of evidence. That's a new word. That must be French or something. France. And realize his great folly. All right. New conversation. Do I have enough merc? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have enough mercs to send somebody out. I need one of your mercs on legwork, smuggling a crate into a shuttle on a near-Earth space station. My smuggling aspirations don't stop here on the ground. I am looking to the sky and beyond. The package just has to reach Ultratech's constellation in near orbit, Ultra 1. The space launch pads are overworked with traffic. Rockets are going up and down every day. It's a great new angle for my work. Not all the way to the planetary colonies? My connection in Earth orbit will take care of that. There's so much infrastructure now up in space. The rockets heading for Venus, Mars, Jupiter, all come off of launch arrays in Earth's space. But the traffic from the surface, it's non-stop. Our broken megacities need them and they need us, each for different reasons. Just get my package to the transport shuttle, that's all I need. How does a person get a spot up there in the glimmer? You'd have to get smuggled up there, that's how. Of course, there are the constellations in orbit of Earth, major luxury habitations. Those are grand, but you better be a restricted shareholder if you think you're living up there. And outside of those hot luxury seats, the spots up there for citizens, there are no corporate assignments more competitive. Everyone wants to get off this dead rock. Hey, Epic, how's it going? Can't wait to see how our mission will go. So far, so good, but we've basically just been upgrading and doing like legwork. All right, I'm sure we could get friends. Ooh, 55% chance. I'm willing to run it. We'll try it. 55 is not great, though. Let's do it. I think I'll start in the gambling dens and clubs near the launch pad where the transport is scheduled. That's the right place to look. Find someone who needs a little help. A little this for a little that. All right, 3 days on our heist. I am going to make it go... How much? 100k? Let's just chill on that. Gonna wait. Upcoming mission. Okay. We would like to plan it. We're waiting for the last second here. Okay, so... Blue card. Okay, this is us stealing the 3 files. Reveal entire matrix in there. For 40k, that's worth it. It makes my hacks very, very easy. And we can't do either one of these. We don't have the favor and we don't have a contact. So that's that. I don't think we're taking Angel Eyes. I'd like to take Neko. Okay. Hacking. Some hacking. And then Sarge. I mean, last time things went really loud, right? So I guess maybe we do bring Sarge. Try out his new armor. Okay, I think I'm alright with that. Let's... Right. Healing in a high explosive, a shock mine in a first aid kit. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want the first aid kit here. I want a biorecycler. Biorecycler, shock mine. I think we're good. You need Captain Clean. Dude, look at that. Look at that. Look at that mustache. He's ready for anything. The pieces of the formula we're sitting here to find are hidden in the loot boxes. You'd think the turncoat could put them all in one place. They're taking a lot of risks. What's the point? You need the formula to be able to use the new nanofabs. We did this mission last time if you want to hear that all read out. Alright, what did we get? Okay, a much larger map. So we need to hit loot boxes. We have none in the room we're in. We have a guard. We have 3 guards immediately here. We have 1 guard over here. There is a loot box. A lot of security. Another loot box. That's a long ways away. But it looks relatively empty. There's probably things we just don't know about. Non-loot containers, where are you? Strangely empty over here, if I do say so myself. How many containers are there? 5. And I've seen 2. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 3. And I said 4. Now, where's that other guy? 5. Okay. This way's denser. This is rather annoying, though. I would rather come in, I think, from that angle. Which way are you looking? You're looking away. As are you. I would love just to burst speed into there. And I think I'm just going to make it happen. Do it. All right, now I want to situate myself so if this guy turns around, he's not going to see me. Let's actually do a look ahead. Yeah, like that. What are you going to do? Okay, you're going to turn and look towards me, but you're not coming into the room. And then you're going to look away. Okay. That means you can just go. All right, Noir. 100% chance to hit. Do it. Excellent. Oh, we still had to shoot him 3 times. Boo. Boo. Alright. Neko. I'm going to actually have her yield to Red Hat because I want Red Hat to do a packet loss. Yeah, on that. Oh, I'm going to have to do the camera too. Ooh. Alright, do that too. Now, we want to lickety-split get through this. He can't quite make it to that loot. I will let him be the one to do it, since I've just used up all of his hacking. We'll just position him to get it next turn. Need to upgrade this pistol? I just did, Gustav. I did. We got new pistols, we put the silencers on them, and we got a red dot sight on all the pistols. So we're using top-of-the-line stuff that we have. My gun runners just have not made any breakthroughs yet, so we're using what we got. Alright, we didn't see any new people, right? No. I mean, we literally could just book it to there. Yeah. And I think we're just done here. Still no people. Very weird, because there's 2 there. Yeah, I think that's it. Good job, Nico. Alright, Sarge. Now, this camera may turn, so I need to make sure I end up under some cover so we don't have an oops. And this is not showing like that would be enough cover. I'm not getting the shield here. Alright, so let's take that. Okay, and then Noir's going to move up and melt this guy in the next turn. Alright, let's see if this was a great turn or a horrible turn. That camera did move. We may need a new gun runner. Yeah, I wish we did. We need somebody that has military stuff. Or we need this guy to get military stuff, one of the two. Am I turning this off right now? I can only do it until end of next turn if Neko's the one that does it. Can I make it through? I actually could just sneak underneath it. Noir can still turn off one piece. This is my next box to hit. I don't need to come in this way, so we'll hit that box and then we'll circle this way. I don't know if any of these guys are patrolling, but they might be. Yeah, I can just literally just book it. I feel okay with that. I'm not gonna hit the camera. What? What? Okay. I did not have a camera warning there. That's BS. That's BS. It did not say I was gonna get seen by the camera. That's annoying. Alright, well, we're not made, but now they're gonna send somebody over here to look at that. That's super annoying. That should not be the case. Because, like, look, I should get, if I just do this, see how it gives me the yellow warning? She did not have a yellow warning that we were going to get cameraed. Alright, go here. Are you gonna... Oh, that's not the right box. That's the right box. That's fine. NBS cube and a melee damage. Okay, I mean that's fine. And then no, not that. I want to move. Just oh my goodness. Oh wow, and he twitched and didn't actually go. Wow. Okay, that's 2 in a row I'm not impressed with. I hope I don't pay for that one. All right, you don't need to be sneaking. Yep. 3 points left. And get rid of the body. Wait, the body's already been detected. Excuse me? Dissolves the body, timer. The game's doing a little. Yeah. How has this body been detected? He didn't see it. He's unaware. This camera's... Oh, I shot him with the camera saw him get shot. Okay. Okay. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Alright, that one's on me. Alright, I gotta turn this off. That definitely means we need a GTFO here, though. Because now they're gonna be coming here, which actually might be okay if they send people over here, as long as I can skedoodle over here before they get here. I hope they send this fool and not that fool. Sarge? Where can you get Sarge? That looks dead indie. Not in love with where you can get to. Alright, take that for now, I guess. We just have to take a little bit of a risk here. Alright, who's go- Oh! We just spotted a new guy. I don't love that. I don't love that. Again, okay, I can get past here. He just didn't have enough move. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, Sarge, I really hope you go before that guy. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, yeah, come this way. No, not that way. Not that way, Sarge. Okay, turn that off. Get 1 move point. It's shift, and you can turn off snap, which is what I did there to make that happen. There we go. Take your cover. Yeah. Oh, he did have somebody there. Okay. Yeah, they definitely got called by the AI. Where are you looking? Okay, I can get out of there, although it's getting pretty sketch. It's definitely time to go. We don't know where those guys are anymore. I don't have to, like, turbo rush this. She's fine. She can be the one to go get that. That is giving me cover. Yeah, just sneak up there. Okay. Alright, now you we gotta be careful with. Okay, if I just stood up where I'm at, he will see me. So we need to sneak over this direction a little bit. Okay, go further. I want to leave 3. Basically, he's like squatting down and moving, and this guy can't see me because the shelf's in the way. That's what that yellow indicates. All right, I'm clearly outside of the red, so I should be able to stand up and just book it. Not by going that way, my man. Not by going that way. Okay. I'm just double checking. Okay. He would see me there. Okay, I'm kind of trapped here. We'll go here. Actually, we'll go there. And we're just gonna have to chill on him. Hopefully this guy looks a different direction. Yeah, I'm totally fine if you want to look around. You should look at that body. You should stare at the ground. I'm actually gonna have to chill because I may have to come deal with... That's 3 dudes. Like, he's not getting out of here on his own. Let's drop a look ahead. That's really not good. We may have to take these guys out. That camera's gonna turn back on. Shoot. I think I may just have to take a spot. I'm kind of cornered here. The one guy would see me. Our plan is to run anyways. All right, let's delay here and delay here. All right, Red Hat, we're just gonna have to take this spot. There's just nothing else I can do. I could throw a shock mine. Throw a shock mine. The first enemy entering is debuff is stunned. If I stun him, does that turn the alarm on? I mean, we're hidden when we do that. He becomes stunned. He's alerted, but stunned. And then we just GTFO. I gotta get out of here, though. We're gonna get cameraed if I don't. Alright. You're done. Neko, continue the mission. Substate stabilize. Okay, there's one of our things. Heavy damage 1 blueprint, melee damage 1 blueprint, and a smoke grenade. Okay, I'll take that. Alright, we have 1 piece. Womp womp. So we have 1 box, 2 box, 3 box. Those are the last 3. So essentially we need to get to this part of the map. This part of the map we want to get out of as fast as possible. Let's actually delay her and see if I have to come backwards for my own help. Alright, we have 1 patroller out there. He was stunned. Okay. We still, if these guys all run over here, though, I'm going to have the exact same problem. I may still have to take these guys down. I can't... Oh, here we go. If we give him advantage, there's a decent chance he'll beat their initiative. I think we just run. I don't think we wait around and try to finesse this. I think we're at brute force. I think we're just at brute force at this point. So just get out of here. If I do have to shoot behind me, I do want to be somewhat where I can get a shot. Let's go there. Got Sarge, kind of ditto. Yeah, just run. That move speed is why Vanguards are so good. Oh yeah, yeah, I love the Vanguards. And you have that move silent too, which is an additional 10% to every move point. Like, it is so good. I mean, I don't really want to chance... my shirt. I really don't want to chance alerting him. I think we're just going to move into position over here. Let's just find a spot. Give me my snap, please. It's weird snapping over there. All right, come on, Red Hat. Come on, Red Hat. Come on, Red Hat. Yes, okay. He's alerted, so I mean, he's gonna be like, oh, there's somebody over here. But if I'm not here, he can look as long as he wants, for all I care. Yep, book it. We can actually thread the needle on a shot there, but we'll just hide. I'm willing to call that good. I'm not even gonna pop Tactical Surge. I think I'm gonna save that. So he's just gonna have to catch up, and that's just is what it is. People over here can't make it across the staircase. Yeah, just take cover. This is going to be a difficult area. There's just so much security here. I really would like my whole team together before we bridge that. Yep, please no. Please don't run up there and turn on the alarms. Just diversify our positions here. All right, Omega. All right, Kato. Why is the security AI glitching? Nice. That's what I like, Kato. That's why you're my favorite. What? Why would the security AI do this? Why would they kill one of our guards? Yeah, that's definitely what happened. It's definitely what happened. Okay, we are going to get just a natural escalation here, so we are a little bit on the timer. Let's wait. Alright, Red. I want you to run. How far can you get? You can make it to where we're at. I mean, he's in a pretty good position. I don't know what he's gonna do. Alright, either way, your turn's done. Okay. I mean, I would love to just slip by and just leave this guy here. Oh, okay, there's a guy guarding the stair. Okay, he's gonna complicate things. We also have this camera here. Really, what I need to do is I need to secure this spot. We have people in this room that also could see what's going on here, so I really would like to leave this guy behind, if at all possible. Let's look ahead him. What are you gonna do? Okay, you're gonna continue forward. If I can just get through here this turn. Alright, let's security scramble the pressure plate. I would love to save our tack surge for when we have to assault this position, so I'm gonna try to do that. Alright, when you move, you're not gonna see here. There's no camera that can turn on and see me. We're gonna have an escalation very soon, no matter what. Now let's actually reload. Or not, because I'm out of actions. Neko. I almost want to have Neko just book it. I could get up there. You're probably going to patrol up here. That's going to be super annoying. I think I'm going to pop silence and we're going to book. We're going to absolutely just book it. I don't think this camera will catch her here, but maybe. That would be safer. Do it. The power of silence. Get ready for a fight! Take cover! Get my back! What? Why would you run that way? Why would you possibly do that? That seems weird. Book it. Yes, you definitely should do it over there. What are those guys doing? They're certainly acting like they know where I'm at. That seems rather weird. Alright, now Neko. Now I could sneak up I'm just worried about actually taking him down. I would need multiple shots. You have a shock mine. What are you gonna do? Okay, you're leaving. I like that. I like that a lot. This is where having silence would be nice. I could just run up behind him and melee him. I don't think I can chance that. I don't think I can chance it. Let's delay action. We'll consider the end of the round. Set up camp and take him out. There's just so many things that can go wrong. There's so many things that can go wrong. Where did that idiot look? Okay, I'm actually in the clear. I do have a weird camera angle to get around, but otherwise I am good. Let's just get out of here. So, turn off snap. Okay, don't chance it too much. Okay, again, it's not saying I'm gonna get spotted by the camera. This whole rushy rush happened because it told me I wasn't gonna get spotted, then spotted me. Okay, we made that. Okay, he would hear me. I think somebody's gonna have to go over here anyways. I think Noir's just gonna do it. I'm pretty certain he can't see me if I run deep in here. I would run over there, but I'm gonna run out of, well, no, I could make it. I'm worried about this camera turning though. I don't even know if that's fully out of range. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, maybe it's out of range. I don't think I want to chance that though. Okay, so I would have, let's do some weird jumps. I want 2 action points left. Run to there. Then I need to sneak to there. Okay, I'm pretty confident that's safe. Oh, please don't pin Sarge. And of course, what's he do? He pins Sarge. Alright, red has got to get over this pressure plate. I think we take that position. And then I think we're turning off that camera. Bad things are going to happen if I get caught by that. We have a lot of hacking we need to do up here too, though. Turn that one off. If I have to shoot this guy while he's standing there. These guys are certainly acting like they know where I'm at. They really should not. I like that. My pre-computer isn't telling me what he's gonna do. Oh man, we were so close. If I killed him, he's gonna see it. Are you spotting? No, because I went on that side. What are we doing here? I mean, I obviously can take out one of them. Neko still has a turn. Neko's got to take that guy out, though. All right. Do it. Okay, new equipment. Don't fail me now. Do I need to pop anything? Iron grip. Immediately recover 12 recoil. I don't think I have any recoil I need to worry about right now. I could hit him with crit vulnerability. I'm pretty certain if I use this, it'll alert him, though. I want the 100% crit chance here. I know this guy's so gonna turn around and just spot me. Didn't crit. We also didn't kill him. All right, let's do the crit vulnerability since it's free. Come on, come on. Oh, Sarge, you're killing me. Because this weapon has focus, is it focus fire or rapid shot? I don't think I can open that up. It has an ability where as long as I shoot the same target, I can fire for 1 AP. Do we need to Iron Grip? We have 7% recoil. You know what? Iron Grip. No chances. There it is. Okay, he's down, but now he's gonna turn around and spot it probably. Oh. Okay, he just knew where I'm at. I feel like this map's acting a little weird. I'm like feeling like I'm getting spotted for things I should not have been spotted for. Alright, Neko. Let's do this. I can't have him behind me. Alright. Make it across, you can't. I'm gonna have her melt that body because if he makes it back up here, I don't want him to catch that. Alright. Let's see the horrificness. Reduce body timers by 2 turns. You're definitely gonna need to melt that. Alright, so we have him up there. He's not overwatching me. We have him who's not spotted us. I think we just take the shots from here. In fact, actually, I think we tack surge. This is obviously a tack surge situation. All right, do it. 106, not bad. Not enough ammo because I didn't reload. Okay, still got plenty of shots. He's down. I think we're just going to delay here in case things get really nasty. Body timer will expire at the end of next turn, so we need to run to here. And we need to bio-recycle. And then we could run to there and have a horrible shot. I think we do. But we don't even have a shot. Okay, reload. You're done. Sarge. I think we just take the shot here. Do it. And then he's empty. We have to reload. Down. Okay. Next question. Do we go back for the body? Maybe. Okay, this guy's coming too. I think I'm gonna go up here, and I think we're gonna overwatch. We're gonna try to take. Well, I don't want him to get. Okay, we're gonna overwatch this. I don't want him to get shot in where that camera can see. Okay, Red Hat does have a bio-recycler. Alright, do it. I really am highly invested in not having full alarm go off. Are you really not going to be able to make it? I don't think he can make it. Alright, if that's the case, just in case he has a grenade or something, I guess we go here. And then we're going to packet loss this camera again because it's going to come back on. You're done. Oh, don't fire an unsilenced weapon, man. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Okay, give me a pre-computed advantage on Noir. Yeah, I can't do that. All right, this is going to be a little ballsy, but I'm going to take that position, and I'm going to win initiative. Oh, yep, that's what I thought. Now he doesn't know. He's just been told to come looking. Of course. Man, I am so unlucky with these reinforcements lately. That's bad. That's like real bad. All right, we did win initiative. Juice it. I cannot just stand out in the open here. I'm gonna get absolutely lit up. I'm gonna get spotted. Disabled for 3 turns. Okay, we're gonna take this spot. I almost would love to grenade those guys. Reload. I think we're just gonna reload. I'm just gonna take the heavier cover here. A Neko needs to take this guy out. Do it. 96% chance. I've only got 2 shots. Come on. We'd have to crit. I think we're gonna shock mine this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna shock mine him. I'm not very confident we're actually gonna be able to kill him there. Okay, you're done. Okay, red hat. Oh, I like that. Yeah, just go. And you also have a shock mine. You know what? Oh no. I can't throw it where I want it. Let's just throw some cover. Just in case they charge me. Alright, Sarge. It's really important that you finish that guy. 72% chance. It's a little outside of optimal range. If I go to rifle, they're all gonna hear it, so I can't rifle. 3 shots and we don't reload? Do it. That was not it, Sarge. That was really not it. Alright, well, Yep. Wow. That's all I can say. Yeah, camera's still off for a long time. I don't want that guy just to be able to stand there and shoot me. I want him to have to come out in this hallway. I'm completely exposed if these guys come down the hallway. Okay, I'm fine with that. Lethal force has been authorized. Yeah, of course. Oh, he's overwatching. Alright. Need to be aware of that. Critical bleeding out. That's red hat. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, Neko. You gotta finish him. Okay, good. You also have a shock mine. Toss it. So much for not going loud, eh? And we do have a point. If I wanted to just a GTFO, okay, back here. In the okay. I think I can still go for all the loot. I think I can. Okay, Noir. I think at this point it's probably better just to hose people than try to stay silent. We're gonna have this dude. Is he in the camera? He probably is in the camera. I think there's nothing for it. Alright, we're gonna shoot, and we want a full auto. Oh man, this guy's got a lot of armor. Do it. And again. Wow, he lived. Oh my goodness. It doesn't really matter. Alright, you're done. He runs out. Does he have shots? No. Okay, good. Okay, Red Hat is bleeding. He needs somebody to get over there with a first aid kit. Switch him up to his Urban Assault. That's not great. I'm pretty sure we get stat debuffs because we're bleeding that bad. Shredded, that's nice. And we're empty. Yikes. Okay, Sarge. Yeah, we're going loud. Okay. Gotta get this guy down, man. You're killing me, Sarge. You're absolutely killing me, Sarge. Got him in my sights. And there we go. We just lost our hacker. We just got a bunch of achievements. Oh, jeez. That's not good. That's not good. I feel very cheated by this mission. I have no idea how they knew where I was at when they only saw me over here and I went all the way around and they were still somehow tracking me. Well, we'll get to find out if we're missing the urban assault rifle. We know that you lose the gear. Yeah, it's definitely runtime. We have an exit over here and I think that's the one we're going to try to take. I think we are in full-on GTFO time. Yeah, just get out of the way, Neko. Just get out of the way. Man down indeed. I feel so cheated. Alright, I'm gonna do pre-compute advantage to him so he goes before that guy. And then we just book it. Get as far away as we can. Alright, Sarge, you are in a dangerous spot, man. Oh, and you cannot get to good cover. Just run it. We just have to pray that they don't have enough AP to shoot him. That feels like he shouldn't. Red Hat, yeah. First casualty. Maybe a second coming soon. Well, I like that. I'm glad you decided to look the other direction. Like I said, that was ridiculous. I don't know how they still had a bead on him. He was so far from where they had contact. That felt weird. Normally, I don't have complaints on that. Normally, it feels really good when them having to track you. Sarge, you lucky son of a gun. All right, you need to run. Now, unfortunately for Sarge, I can't get to where he would be really safe. We're gonna run to here, and I'm gonna have him heal, because he's gonna go down. I need to have him have at least some HP. Oh, things were going so well before this mission. This was supposed to just be an easy one, too. Alright, you run to here. And we actually can tack surge again. Scramble that. Done. Neko. You just get out of here. Man, that's really rough losing a hacker, too. Like, really rough. I need them specifically for hacking missions, and I also need them for getting into the Matrix stuff. Hey, folks, don't forget... Gustavo says, hey, folks, don't forget to subscribe and give a like for Red Hat's memory. That's right. This one's for Red Hat. I'm glad I put some healing into him. Alright, buddy. You are so lucky you can make that. Alright, he's gonna be in the hospital for 50 years. And get out. Go, go, go. Man, and I just got my heat down, too. We don't want to overstay a weapon. I think it's far too late for that, Mask. We have definitely overstayed our welcome. Some part of the stabilizer former's got to be better than nothing, right? Well done. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And for that piddly amount, I really don't know about that. All right, well, that hurt. Stress, yeah, I gotta deal with that. Just hack the files in the set. Well, I can't do anything about that. All right, bench, you are still a day 6 hours. 4 days injured, and he's wounded and stressed. Yeah, he's gonna be out for a very long time. All right, let's get him starting on to heal. 42 heat again. No tokens at the moment. Oh, did we lose the gear? That was a question. Inventory, weapons. We did lose his gear. We lost his cyber deck too. Oh, those are so expensive. Wow. That's a blow. That's a blow. Just hack and get the file set. I literally don't have a hacker, bro. Operation Heartbreak Rush was a hell of a success. They dropped Sarah even faster than I expected. I don't think the security officer even looked that closely at the evidence. Sarah was escorted out of the building and her citizenship was voided on the spot. Updating the med bay? Yes, it does. It was perfect. Our researcher, Casimir, had a front row seat to the unmasking of the thief in our midst. The plan's success has given a boost to Gene Farlander and given a surge of influence and trust. All right, well, good for you. Good for you. Hey, Diego gets his limit break. So maybe it was worth it. I don't think it was losing a hacker, but maybe. Okay, so street weapon mod service upgrade. Upgrade his mods. I don't love that. Puppet Master. Street guns to level 3. Street mods to level 2. Street military to level 2. Yeah, this is what I was saving that for. We're gonna upgrade all the things. Okay. I'm gonna be so mad if he also has better pistols now. He's totally going to too. Okay, secure shot's what we're using. Here, rather than trying to find it, just do this. Give me pistols. Okay, he didn't get a new pistol. All right, I'm less annoyed. I'm not even gonna bother looking at that at the moment. All right, finish detoxing. Ooh, stress break. Disgruntled trait for 30 days. For 30 days, Noir suffers a constant minus 20% stress resistance, minus 20 wound resistance, and a 50% chance if you gain stress, you cause 10% to another merc. I could re-roll that, but that could be a lot worse. At least this is temporary. Ow. Alright. Noir, you need to hit the detox. There's no two ways about that. Oh, never mind. I guess it auto-lowered his stress from 100 down to 10. Alright, who's next? You're still at 40? Wow. Alright. You're gonna need one, but you are a long ways out. Neko, you're up. Go to detox. Manage room. 100k? Do it. Before I also lose it, you. Start interaction. Do we have a better legwork? We have literally nobody who can do the legwork. I'm just gonna pay it. We don't pay a salary. We pay out of our paychecks. And we have stuff we can sell if we need to. Okay, one ready to train. That's Neko. Train. We're working on this one. Keep going. Just run that time. I made some friends down near the spaceport and it didn't cost too much of your United Digis to get the package airborne. That's the way it's to get done. Every smuggler finds a path to make the goods flow. We gain 2 favors and some influence. 10 days on a heist. Which heist is this? Bioformula. Requires a hacker. Well, I literally cannot do that mission. 1 task, so... Well, we've got 2 open bunks now, so I don't need to worry about that. We're broke, so I don't even need to think about this. Another stress. Grim outlook. Increase discontent by 10%. Higher discontent will lead to worse options. I think we're gonna care in feeding that one. and it went to the same thing. That sucks. Okay. Womp womp. I was hoping for at least another temp. How we get a new hack guy? The romance thing mission we just did, when we did that in the last campaign, we were able to get a hacker. Otherwise, we'd have to get one in the barracks randomly, or somebody else would have to give us a mission where we could recruit one. Okay, Jean was able to get an influence break. Okay, so you would have, for 30 days, she gains a mission pay buff, and that's garbage. If we did Puppeteer, item blueprints level 1 to 3 to level 2. I can't even do crafting at the moment. I don't think it's worth that. I'd rather just save that. If I had crafting, maybe I would spend it. Didn't get the recruiting place on the barracks. It's not the barracks. There's another building we need to build for extra recruitment stuff. I don't have it yet, though. You're right. Okay, here. I would love to add a new bench. 25k. I'm going to do it. We're kind of hurting bad on that. Kind of real bad. All right, how... Okay, you are detoxing. How long? Is there no way to easily see this? Open room? Oh no, I have you in there. 1 day, okay. The work at the upgrade the clinic will take just a little longer. The surgical suite will be ready for you and your team with some new wires and cyber. Okay, well that's good. We got a problem. Henniger has picked up our trail from our hit on her finance bunker. We left a trace. No matter how careful we were, it was only a matter of time. The long arm of D Cartel, a syndicate boss like Henniger, is not going to accept being robbed like that. Word on the street, there's a bounty being put together. Once they figure out exactly which heads to put it on, we'll have more heat on our backs. Get Octane on the vid. She needs to fix this. Ah, so you heard. I tried to distract Henniger, but there's been a lot of talk amongst the other syndicate bosses. Henniger can't let it go now without looking weak. Only healed by bloodletting. Reland the loophole heist for you, Octane. You need to fix this. We're together on this endeavor, so I'll do everything I can to give you cover. You know that. But I'm burning some of my own D-Cartel credit to do that, taking a risk. I'll need something in return. For assistance, Octane wants one obligation. I tried slowing Henniger down, but word got out and some of the other syndicate bosses have been murmuring, talking. It's a black eye at this point, only healed by blood hunt. You already said that. Would reduce the headhunter count from 2 to 1. Can I run the... Okay, we can run legwork and we have an 80%. Yoko hasn't let us down yet. Yoko, I need you to fix this. We can run interference in the underworld to throw him. It's very important and very dangerous work, Yoko, which is why you picked me. I'll take care of it. Henniger is sure to have their own people on the hunt, in addition to the headhunters who were promised the bounty. You might need to find someone to pin the blame on if we're gonna get them off our tracks. Every good smokescreen needs a fall guy. We promise one obligation to Octane and we'll misdirect the headhunters. Yes. We'll weather the storm together. It might slow down our plans a bit, but all the more reason to make Henniger pay later. We promised Octane one obligation to reduce the headhunter count. Once the headhunters identify us, what kind of trouble should we expect? Each headhunter is a specific, powerful enemy who runs a squad. We got absolutely wiped by a headhunter in Season 1. That was the end of Season 1. They absolutely destroyed me. Once they're on our trail, we can never be shown when the headhunters will interrupt us. Headhunters may even attempt to assassinate one of our weaker contact allies to draw us out. If we can survive a few attempts, they may give up trying, but the best way to be free of them, once they're after you, is to kill them. Let them come, we'll be ready. No one here is under any delusion this line of work won't eventually earn us the award of being a headhunter target. Crossing the D-Cartel, this was a guaranteed eventuality. If it has to be this way, we'll meet it face first. Alright, hopefully they do not catch our trail. Hopefully. Alright, we have another bench open. All right, who do we have? 40%. Neko's still at 40. This thing is barely taking like 10% off. I don't love that. Neko, you keep going. Oh wait, we have 2 benches. And I have a hacking mission I can't do. Alright, let's send somebody else in there too then. There's 2 benches built. Yes. Available. There we are. I don't know why I find this UI weird on that screen. Alright, who else? Scourge. Send the sniper. Well, actually, you know what? Let's clean off Noir while we can. Let's just get that cleaned. And that way we won't have another break. Hate to say it, but we're not ready for... Oh, we are not ready for Headhunter, so I agree. I hope our legwork and paying an obligation will keep them off our butts. I'm holding the site schematics for McKellen Heavy Industry target you might want to hit with a scav raid. When we negotiate the deal to join the charter, are people allowed to visit thousands of Megacorp sites for evaluation, some of them McKellen? Enough that no one could link the hit to one site? Sometimes sheer numbers are the best defense. Also, I'm not paying you for the job. This is an offer you might take on your own time and risk. And what would we owe you? This one's free. We can't directly fund it, but anything to destabilize McKellen Heavy Industries is good for our beachhead. There will come a time for funding. We need to get settled, and then there'll be time for that. Alright, we have a scav raid. Perfect, and I have time, so we can let the detox happen. And he wants us to do another file. We just got absolutely blasted by that. Yikes. Alright, let's let the time flow. Mongrel. I don't remember why we know. I think this was one of our starting storylines. We owed Mongrel a favor. Remember you owe me that obligation? Well, it's time. I'm calling it in. I need you and your team right now. Rush work always costs the most. No, not an obligation mask. This one's on the house, remember? What do you need? That's what keeps this partnership strong. If I promise you a favor, I always come through. I like to see you don't hesitate when I call in obligations. So, Mongrel, what are we jumping into? I got a defector. Someone I should have buried in a trash heap a long time ago if you're looking 2020. Robin Perzy worked her way up through my organization, became an important coordinator, got her hands on everything. Anyone who knows too much eventually becomes a liability. Everyone except for your face, you mean? Ha, well, be careful who you trust. That's always the right line to take. Robin Perzy knows enough to do some serious damage, and now she's gone to the law. Of all things, gone over to Bravestar? Bravestar's been very interested in my organization for a long time, so they must have cut a pretty good deal. Robin Perzy is too scared to play the mole, so the deal involves extracting her and putting persecution service and all that sludge. Bravestar extractions is scheduled in less than 8 hours. That's really bad. Robin Perez has gone to ground, so there's no way you'll find her out of hiding before then. But I know the time and place of extraction. I need you there, and I need you to snuff her out. I know I can trust you to take care of it. Our obligation to Mongrel is a promise to step in at times like this. If we do not assist, we will permanently burn our relationship and damage our overall reputation in the underworld. The damage of the burn will flow through any positive and negative relationships. Mongrel snitch snuff out is ready to be planned. Alright, can we do this? We got 24 hours. Okay, it's going to be a sniper one. I think we're going to have to cancel the detox. Not going in there with our Cyberknight is not an option. Alright, let's just do it. Let's get this done. Mission plan. Hot drop. At the start of the stage, buff 2 teammates with +2 move. I mean, that's fine, but I'm broke, so what? Erase 5 sec tally now or at the end of the turn. Debuff all enemies with -25% ballistic kinetic armor. That one I will call a favor in for. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is, our little druggie. Out of curiosity, no, I don't want to lose. Whoop, I don't want to lose that favor. Just get enhancement 5 or enchantment 5 and spam hordes of skeletons, if only. We don't have the new class yet that's going to have pets. Maybe we'll get a cyber skeleton. All right, so we are definitely taking remedy. And I guess it's Basilisk and Angel Eyes. That's our team. Hopefully it'll be another clean snipe like we had the first time. Everyone's got the stuff. Okay, 2 first aid, 2 bios. You know what? You already could bio. Let's change you out. I'm gonna have you take... I want better hearing than that. Bring that one. And I'm actually gonna have you switch out the first aid kit for a bio. If she has nothing else she can do, maybe she can melt a body for us. I'm doing my best, Gustavo. Start mission. Shh, nice and quiet here. Oh, jeez. Brave Star arrived ahead of schedule. They're crawling the place. All right. What's our play here? Okay, good. We get to know where this one is. The show's about to start. Robin Percy is hiding somewhere around the district. She just appeared with her escort. They rolled out some serious tech for this one. That Glimmer is a Vitatech. It will take at least 2 hits to knock it down. We need some intel on where she's heading. Right now, the biggest lead is a lot of millisecond encrypted chatter on the CCAC about approving priority air traffic. Predictably, they'll be picking Robin Percy up at the hover transport. Eyes up. Watch all open rooftops and big stretches of concrete. Even a small hover transport needs a lot of surface clearance. They don't know we're here yet. Once they know, they're going to move her fast. When we blow our cover, we want to take out Robin Percy on the same breath if we can. I agree. Okay, is it going to show me? No, is the answer. A lot of room. Here looks like a decent amount of room. Here looks like a decent amount of room. I think I have to take this. I don't think there's any way around it. I think we have to take up here. Okay, everyone's looking away. So I have pretty free reign to get up there. Alright, can I just book? I can. Right. Turn off that. Yeah, take me to 3 points left. Can I reach those guys? I sure can. Alright, what are you guys all gonna do? You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Okay. We're gonna be alright. I wanted to make sure no one was gonna turn around and just see me standing here like an idiot. I don't love that spot. Let's actually pull it here. Remedy. Okay, I'm gonna be a little ballsy here. I'm gonna be pretty aggressive. I'd like to be up here and taking these guys out by turn 3. Especially if I don't know what the time frame's looking like. Okay. Basilisk. Yeah. Alright. Please no whammies. Okay, defend the asset, and you're going that way. Okay, I did kind of think that's where they would head. You know, whenever I walk around, I always say VIP on the move. Excuse me, YouTuber coming through. Yeah. I don't think... Well, maybe with Tax Surge we could take those guys out this turn. Maybe. That'd be a little rough. I think I'm going to shoot for getting these guys... Ooh, he's going to come this way, though. And he's going to turn around. Okay. Yeah, we gotta be real careful where we set up here. I don't think I can Tax Surge this turn. What are you gonna do? Yeah, just tell me. Are you coming up the stairs? You sure are planning on coming up the stairs, but you're not gonna get there this turn. pretty certain that's safe. And I think that's it. Angel Eyes. Man, I'm just completely cornered here. All right, you need to be up close. That is not gonna cut it. I don't know which way he's gonna turn. If he turns this way, I would get caught right there. Okay, that would be relatively safe. So I want... Sure. And then sneak. This is danger close, that's for sure. I kind of want to set up to take this guy out, but I'd get spotted by him when he walks right here. I mean, maybe I could hide here. That's a huge maybe, though. I think this is my best option. And we just pray. Well, I think that's better. Alright, now you don't do anything, right? Disguise yourself and avoid triggering cameras. Okay, that doesn't work on people. Disorient them. Yeah, no, I think we're just chancing this one. Please, please, please. Alright, now we gotta make a big decision here. I'm pretty much out of room up here, so I think... Would you see that? I think I could make it here. And then next turn we use her to take him out, but that doesn't really help. We could try for that. I don't feel like that one's gonna make it. We could just go here. I think we're gonna have to. I hate this position. That's not where I would like to be. Yeah. Alright. Let's see how bad this is. Please don't have him see anybody. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we need to hit that shield twice and then kill the target. That's a lot of fire I need to be throwing. These two fools, actually all three of these on the rooftop gotta go. I think that's a non-negotiable. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay, I think this is attack surge turn. Alright, you're gonna hear when I shoot. Well, unfortunately for you... Oh, fortunately for you, I can't shoot you from here, apparently. So I have to wiggle. Alright, wiggle. Are you gonna be able to see him? You can't. It's an ambush! Yeah, these guys are relatively armored. Not who I would love to tangle. Let's just yield here. Okay, remedy. That would be heard. Yeah, if I shoot anything with her, everyone's gonna hear everything. So, yeah. Let's just delay here. Okay, Angel. That certainly feels like that. Well, no, I just got done saying they have good armor. I think we're gonna flush here Flush will lower, debuff him some. Yeah. All right, come on, come on. Okay. You got this, Angel. Okay, good. Okay, then... Can't quite... I don't think anyone can see me up here. Should we make it just a smidgen further? Yeah, let's get up here. I'm gonna need somebody to pop that shield. I just want enough firepower up there. Okay, he's gonna walk up. She's gonna melt that. Okay, so if that's the case... Let's just not be out in the complete open. There's a lot of them. There are a lot of them, Cyanide. The long arms of the law here are here for sure. Okay, I think we're gonna be all right. So here, we melt that body so we don't have an oops. He's gonna come up the stairs, and I think I'm gonna leave Basilisk in charge of ending him. So Basilisk, you just go here. Unfortunately, that's just kind of a dud turn, but it is what it is. That was a weird turn. You only moved that far? I don't want to take shots at her when she has cover. I don't love that you just literally turned to stare at my sniper. I don't love that. Okay, nobody else is giving me warnings though now about being heard. So I can take a shot here. Not you, not you, not you. Yes, you. Okay, 67% or 90% with the revolver. He's too close for the sniper rifle. Okay, that would... half his life. I have multiple shots here. Do it. Nice hit. Do it. Actually... No, just do it. Nice. Okay, good. Okay, then I want you to get as far as you can, because I want you to be the one that's ready to take her out. I'm even willing to pop Pathfinder. That didn't really help, actually. It's probably better if you're on snap back at that side. That's unfortunate. All right. The local CCAC has approved priority hover route. Incoming bird. Okay, where is that? We've got to take the shot this turn, I feel. Okay. That's where Robin Percy is heading. Cut her off before she reaches the extraction point. They've unloaded a Brave Star Spec Ops squad to make sure it isn't easy. The crew coming in hot with tactical analysis from the air. They will advance on any merc who is status spotted, even if the enemy who spotted them is dead. So I'm made as soon as I take a shot. Alright, she is gonna have to walk in front of me here. I really hope my exit is the same way I came in, or this is gonna really suck. 2 turns before the body. Alright, I am gonna take that out. I don't want a chance, just in case we're still here that long. But otherwise, take that. We could buff ourselves with evasion, initiative, move points, move speed for 3 turns. I don't think I need that. R. Reload your pistol. Just get in position. And we'll delay. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I really hope she doesn't sit behind that stupid box. Oh no! What is this? I thought you were gonna walk down the road. Okay, that's just became way more iffy than it was about 2 seconds ago. Alright, you need to be in position, like, right now. I did kind of want to take shots this turn, but now I'm kind of wondering if I can't. I'm not even sure what I can all reach them with. You know what? We'll delay here. We'll see if I can shoot. I don't know if my pistols can reach that. I think my assault rifle might be the only one that can. Why move her through the streets? They're getting her out of, like, her hiding place. Are you able to hit them? You are not even remotely close to being able to hit. Alright, well, don't tiptoe. Run to here. Can you make the shot there? No. She's out of range. Alright, reload. Yeah, take cover. And you're just done. Okay, I'm 90% sure I can reach with my assault rifle. Okay, or apparently we've been spotted? Huh. Okay. I'm not sure how I did that. Pre-computed advantage. One for her. And one for him. Done. Alright, well, we're loud at this point now. He's got a shoddy. We have a sniper and a shoddy, and I think that was an assault rifle. I think he was done. Okay, now I could try to run up here and take some pot shots, and that may be my best plan. This doesn't have a further range, does it? That's the only person I can shoot. She's just out of range, so I need to get to, like, right here. If I run, I could take a shot and still get back to cover. I think we're gonna do that. Can I do it? Her shield's down. I didn't... I thought I would need to shoot her twice. Why did her shield go down? I'm really tempted to take another... You know what? Just hold on. Noir? Okay. Fair play. I don't know. I guess she ran out of batteries. This is why you buy Duracell, or main brand battery, apparently. Payday. Time to get clear before things get worse. Yes. New extraction options. Okay, please be behind me. Please be behind me. Please be behind me. Okay, that's very valid. I wish we had one down that road. Yeah, running in front of the sniper, not happening. Okay. Yeah, we'll get all those suspicions. Yeah, we're heading here. This is going to be a bit of a firefight, though. Okay, we definitely don't need to do that. Oh, they're only suspicious. We are hunted. He would see me. If I go to here, I can get a cheeky shot off. The more of these guys we take down, the better. They're all going to bum rush us. Let's do it. Come here. Not everyone knows where I'm at yet. Is that worth it? I think that's worth it. Okay. Done. Okay, you. Excellent job. Just book it back. You're probably going to get shot by that sniper. I'm sorry. Basilisk. That's not a ton of damage. Actually, you know what? Brainworm. Brainworm him. Now you got the brain worms. I hope you're happy. Just run to there. Take the shot. We're gonna have so much incoming fire next turn. Yep. Mr. Shoddy. Guarding. Basilisk is under level and underarmed. She's got a shoddy. And she has the upgrade. Oh! Snipers, eh? Oh, and he's overwatching me. Perfect. None of these ignore Overwatch, right? Ah. But what if we smoke bombed? What are the odds? No valid target. Okay, I can't shoot out of my own smoke. That's fine. Let's get out of here. I knew I had a smoke bomb for a reason. Nothing to see here, just a small fire. Oh, what a loser. Can't even hit your own team. I thought we were cooling off this stream. I thought we were too. And we did. We were down into the 30s briefly. And then a super easy mission. I still maintain. We stunned the guy that saw us. The camera that saw us in one area of the map. We completely relocated, and somehow that one guy knew where we were. I call BS on that one. That's the first time I've ever had one where I'm like, I don't know about that. The rest of them I've always been like, okay, yeah, I see how you did that. All right, I would like to take at least one shot. May as well run. All the way to there. Okay, that's not bad. That's like 2 turns until exit. We could Overwatch. We don't have any other shots otherwise. You gonna let me do it? Okay. Okay. I gotta be careful. I got a bunch of Overwatches going on. This isn't telling me I'm gonna trigger an Overwatch. I feel like that should, though. I'm gonna chance it. Okay, his Overwatch is not up here. That's interesting. That's kind of a pointless spot to Overwatch then. And we'll just do a look ahead down the street just to see what we can see. Angel Eyes, same plan. Just get out of there. I hope tax surges soon. Has there been a new patch? Probably, Ace. I don't remember off the top of my head, but the game has been patching. Trace Brothers patch very fast. And it would be unusual. They usually do not have major bugs get introduced, not often at least. And to my knowledge, they've never broken save capacity or save compatibility. Like, that's one of the things that they really pride themselves in. All right, we're gonna pop our combat stims for the extra move. All the way to there. All right, now unfortunately, what's gonna really screw us is these Overwatches. Okay, I would rather get shot than me Overwatch, because Overwatches will interrupt my actions, he says as he gets Overwatched. I would love it if I could just run out. I gotta do something about him, though. Alright, I could make it, too. Yeah, see, I would get overwatched right there. I would have to delay to the end. Twin iron that guy. Oh, good chance we kill him. Well, 49% chance we kill him. Do it. Oh, he's just put down. Then what, though? I can't run out in the open, that's for sure. Okay, medkit noir. That doesn't solve injuries, but at least... Yeah, put it there, I guess. But at least I don't die. What do you got, Epsilon? Alright, the best thing I could have happen is them go that direction, because I'm heading down the other staircase right now. Okay, please don't shoot. Okay, good. Alright, we have tax surge. Do it. I think we are out of here. Nobody is currently overwatching the exit. If I just run, I would have 4 actions left. So I can take a shot here if I would like. I can't hit the guy I would want to shoot. I think we just leave. 2 actions. Alright, take that shot. Take that shot. And then we're out. I definitely do not want to take a wound there. Okay, Basilisk. If you run... Okay, I have tons of actions left. So, with the shotgun... Is there any reason not to bio? I don't think there is. Shredded his armor and did damage. And he's down. Okay. I did not need a shotgun guy in my back line in case things really go wrong. You're out. Remedy. I can take a shot here. If we do skull shot, if I kill him, I regain the AP. I won't kill him. There's really no point. I need... I would have 4... I could do 2 more shots. You know what? That's for sniping me. How do you guys like it? 3... No. Don't... Nope, nope. Don't give in to the bloodlust, Noir. Back to the remedy. Please don't overwatch. That's all I care about. Just don't overwatch me. Shotguns are brutal. They have really good shredding for armor, and because you're at such close range, you know, it's that 99% XCOM probability, right? But generally speaking, pretty darn good for finishing targets down. At the end of the last season, we had this hallway fight where I probably killed over 50 dudes. And a shotgun featured in that, if I remember right. What? They're not entering from my exit? Are you okay, Sekai? Seems weird. Okay, one guy. Just don't overwatch. That's all I care about. Okay, he didn't. He didn't. I'm not... Oh no! Oh no, but that guy did! See what I mean about getting canceled? Alright, I think I'm okay though. He only had 1. Get out of here. Fall back! More Bravestar on the way! Clear those streets, we've silenced the defector. Ooh. If that wasn't an obligation, I would not have done that mission. I knew you had this one handled. The time and the place, that's all we needed. Bravestar's probably dumping Robin Perzy somewhere in the bay right now, trying to hide their shameful defeat. We have successfully honored our obligation to Mongrel, and our relationship has been improved. Ooh, no pay for that. And we did get a wound, and it's on our spine. Perfect, perfect. How's it going? Brutally mellow. We had our hacker killed in action. We have no hacker. Hence, I can't do the hack mission. All right, are we able to go for treatment? We are. We are definitely just going to do that because I can't do much without. We can train our face. Okay, next one, I think was this. Yeah, I can slow down missions. That's going to be super useful. Noir is also ready. We finished that, yes. I was getting hacking stuff. Yeah, give me another use of that. Okay, Angel Eyes. Angel Eyes did pretty good that mission too. I need something here that counters Overwatch. Yeah, if you attack with a pistol revolver while being overwatched, you can hit them. I mean, that's fine and good. That wouldn't have solved that problem. Any enemy target hit or missed by this attack is debuffed with minus evasion and minus move speed. Surprise or unaware target. Okay, yeah. Lock on your target precision aim. Eh. Banning. That's pretty good if we go double revolver. Buff yourself 10% ballistic damage. Flush is pretty nice. We can make it do more. We can make it last longer. I could get a second use. Let's actually... Twin Iron is pretty good, though. Get an extra use. Yeah, let's get that. That's when things really go bad. I start using that one. Spine wound sounds like fun. Yeah, well, luckily we have a cybernetic spine. We have a quantum rider, so I guess it dinged off of our spine, so we're all right. Kinda, sorta. All right, here we were heading for this, I believe. No, spews a morass. Any enemy or teammate passing through the area is debuffed. That's a horrendous debuff. Wow. We were heading for the neurotox. Now I can stun people on hit or miss. That's an incredibly good one. Sniper's ready to train. That's training. I wouldn't say no to some more of this. Extra crit chance, lower cooldown. You can use it twice. Yeah. I need 2 points to finish that up. Okay, that's everybody. We have a token. I'm going to immediately go and lower the heat. 32! I think that's the lowest we've been so far. The skill for stun, yeah. Like I said, at the end of last season, we had a mission. There was this, I want to say it was bugged hallway that we killed like 50 plus people in. It was ridiculous. There was just mounds of bodies. Hey, Droog, long time no see, man. Hi, Babel. It's been a bit too busy to catch a live stream again. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. I'm surviving. Those skill trees are confusing as Path of Exile. I don't know if they're as bad as Path of Exile. The thing is, it's not too bad. You obviously can only go from connected areas. You have travel nodes, like Path of Exile. I think that's fair. And then when you get to a skill, when you unlock the skill, you can upgrade it with more points. And that's really all there is to it. There's some other limitations and whatnot, but that's the gist of things. We are completely broke. Want me to do some leg work? Okay. I'm gonna be held up here anyways. I need one of your marks on leg work down by the smuggler's dock. Sometimes the only way to get a really high priority shipment through is one of the old rivers, the Charles or the Mystic. I've got a very special package coming into one of the docks in that toxic soup. I need you to keep it under tight surveillance. Just to watch, no trouble? I'm sure there could always be trouble. Those waterways are full of pirates and rats and all sorts of awful. Don't draw too much attention, but you know, ward them off and keep the docks open. I need your eyes on the place. If you're got a feeling that someone's going to try to hit my shipment, we'll call it off. But if you can scare them off, we can slip in. Why does this special shipment have to come in by riverboat? Trust is one of two rivers are the worst smuggling routes of all. New Boston's pretty porous, but I hate floating my goods the most. But they're deep enough underground that they don't have a risk of Brave Star patrols or any other milsec. You only have to deal with other criminals. Exactly. For this shipment, that's a risk I have to take. How do the Charles and the Mystic rivers flow, buried under half a mile of concrete? They were big rivers once, ran for miles. Now they just start somewhere outside the wall beyond the wards. The Charles River flows under Ward 4, so it's a smuggling artillery for Los Z. And the Mystic River goes on Ward 7, so its ownership is shared by a lot of parties. You mean it's a war zone? Toxic waste dump, putrid cesspool, war zone? Sure, call it what you want. Alright, do we have someone who can do it? We sure do. Our poor sniper. Man, why does she always have to go up Schitt's Creek? Poor sniper. Yep. A riverside vacation sounds toxic. Remember, Choppa, don't draw too much attention to yourself. It's a sniper. I think we'll be fine. I see a World War Morass. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely would like to get that. The Scourge is a class I don't have a ton of experience with, but it seems so versatile. It just has so many good, like, auto-hit debuffs and stuns. Like, yes, please. Gustavo says, don't forget to leave a like for a successful mission and hit subscribe, Jooms. There you go. There you go. Okay, 2 wounded. We're in the medbay. I don't have a second doctor. That really sucks. I'm completely broke. Fast time. Hype limit break. All right, Basilisk is ready. We could flush her stress. That ironically sounds kind of useful. We could have dedicated loyalty. I would love to get them up there and get those positive storylines. We could increase door kicker. Gives us extra strength. Strength reduces recoil on ranged weapons, so it's good even if you're not melee. Extra close quarters accuracy, her shotgun, which is what we're using. Extra long range, which we're not using. Or we could increase secretive. Extra will, extra evasion. I kind of like the accuracy because missing absolutely sucks. We'll increase door kicker from 1 to 2. Alright, feels like a hit and run type quest. Yeah, well, they've got like the parasite. Like, there's no saving throw. You just literally are mind controlled and start shooting people. Like, that's really useful. Stuff like that is amazing. Influence limit break. This is Mongrel. And I was wrong. This is a, she is Illuminé or whatever that French sounding gang is. So we do have somebody with that. Who we don't, yeah, now that we paid off her obligation, we have a little bit of trust. Okay, so Syndicate merch. Okay, we already have a Syndicate merch in Octane, so this doesn't do anything. Let's re-roll that. Actually, hang on, wait a minute. We're smuggling for our other buddy. I can't re-roll this. We'll just suck it up and take a bad one. If the legwork guy, what's his face? Wasn't you? Who the heck was it? Wasn't Origami. Diego. If Diego levels up, I want weapons. I want high level weapons. Upcoming mission experience. I literally don't have a hacker. I literally cannot do that mission. Heartbreak for Remedy. Maybe, guys, I'm starting to suspect that nobody liked Red Hat. I'm starting to suspect. Why is everyone having a hype break now that he died? Everyone's like, oh, finally. I couldn't stand that guy. He was always tipping his fedora and saying "milady." It was super cringe. Okay, +1 reaction. I mean, it's fine. Extra move speed, extra initiative. Initiative is good for snipers. Move speed's whatever. We could have a temporary... Oh, that sucks. I don't love these. I think I'm actually going to take the loyalty on her. That's unfortunate. I would have preferred a combat upgrade, but is what it is. Okay, we're out of that one, but we're wounded. We have Spinal Spasm. Minus 15 hit points, minus 10% stress resistance, minus evasion, minus initiative. We have no current missions. I think I'm just going to have to heal him. 4 more days. Not enough credits. We need 25k. All right. Inventory. All right. I think we're going to sell this. to origami. That gets me 25k. How the mighty have fallen from our 1 million we had momentarily ago. Oof. It can all go bad fast. Nobody liked the mustache. He liked the mustache. Welcome to our new clinic, Noir. I prepped this old service entrance to be your private entrance. I can see you stretch those UDs pretty far. I have a few connections of my own. I see a lot of Warner Bruin medical in here. Now that Warner Bruin has signed the charter, their products are flooding the city. It's a good time for discount shopping. Their gear is high quality when it comes to biomedical. They're about to shake up the market. Dr. Ash treatment services have been upgraded. Her surgery has been upgraded. She gained the partner trait, which reduces our price right after she charged us full price, I note. Now let's go take a peek at her. She's like probably my most valuable contact, frankly. So we have medical treatment rank 2. I assume that makes him go faster. We have medical items rank 1, that didn't go up. And we have cybernetics rank 2, which might be some new stuff that we can't afford. She buys gang accounts, corporate files, and used items. Also, while I'm thinking about it, we did not get... No, can't see that here. Where is that? Why can I never ever find the files when I want to look at the files? No, that's not in any of that. That's in here. File set. We did it! We did it! Okay, we can mint one. I've never actually done this. So, we take the individual files, these two. These are junkers, worth 5k and 6k. Minting the set will create a new file, espionage personnel, worth 19k. The minted file will have a power level 1 and a proportional rarity. So depending on what you put in, it changes the roll of what you get out. But we're going to take 11k and we're going to turn it into a 19k. So better than nothing. Okay, then we want... Hold on, can I sell that here? Files. Personnel files. That was called espionage personnel. That's this one. Any minted file by file set will add 20% influence to the contact who purchases it. So if we go to sell, worth 21k. So we could sell it to Dr. Ash for a favor. We already have 5 with her. We could sell it to Rohan for 24. I need money, so we're selling it to Rohan. And why is it worth so much to him? Well, let's do it. And then let's go look at him. Yeah, that's going to be absolutely huge because that just gave him 20% influence, which is what triggers the limit breaks. So, influential, 4% cost for services and purchases, 10% chance to double influence gains, plus 15% when selling files. That's where the money came from. Minus 10% trust gains. Okay, and just some other stuff. Cool. Very cool. What is this? This is, okay, something else. We don't have anything else to put together, so I'm gonna try to be frugal and just hold on to these so we can mint the files. As you can see, we basically doubled the value and we had influence. Totally worth it if I can manage it. Okay, we do have a recovery spot open. There's no reason not to, especially since we can cancel it. 20% stress. 40% stress, you're in it. You're doing leg work. You could get in there. You're doing leg work. It's got to be Basilisk. All right, go detox. They're in there playing their VR games. All right, run it. Okay, wound recovery's through. Just out of curiosity, cyber surgery. Let's see what we would actually have available. Like arms. 1 implant available. This would give us extra strength, lower wound resistance and stress resistance, give us more kinetic damage, which is usually melee, and lower our move speed. Okay, no. Skin. Chameleon sheath, that's the more damage from stealth. Dermal plating. Your Cyberknights quantum computer has hardened their system and rapidly increases cybernetic. That's right, yeah. Recovery or install times is 50% for the Cyberknight. That's very nice. So skin slot, 60 HP, 10% wound resistance, and slows us down a little bit. I would love to get this. It's 92k. Skeleton. 3 strength, some HP, and some wound resist. Or even more, but at some move speed cost. Deep brain. This would allow me to do hacking. I'm not going to multi-class him into hacker. I don't think that Cyberknights make good hackers. I think they're too valuable on the field. Yeah, see, these are Nano Hive. This would be a Scourge. This is Initiative and Matrix. Okay, that's a hacker bonus. This is minus wound resistance, but we would get evasion and initiative. That'd be okay. Extra spot in my spine. Gun link would be a gunslinger. Chest slot. We could have a new heart. Heartless, that would have been amazing. Wound resistance, HP will. This would be a really good one. 101k. ADV filter. We can have extra move speed penalty that is mitigated. So we can negate a 10% penalty. That's a nice one. Now, no, this is not all the Cyberknights in the game. These are the Cyberknights that my CyberDoc has available, which I believe is street cybernetics. This is not military stuff. Strength reaction. Okay, so we need about 100k spare cash before we can do any cyber stuff. That's what I was looking at mainly. Influence limit break. Amazing. Can't wait till we get green hat. Epic says, good luck with the rest of the evening. Hopefully we don't get any more crazy favor missions. I hope not. I don't think we'd survive another one. The real danger we're in right now is if that headhunter finds us and latches on, we're in big trouble. Okay, Doc, what do we got? Partner trait upgrade. We get a favor per month. We get minus 15% for all services and purchases, and 1 favor every month and 2 favors on odd months. You know what? Just for the discount alone, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll just take that. I didn't even have to shoot at the pirates, but the river was busy with all sorts of riffraff. I'm glad your runners came down to the docks because the package was large. Oh, he had a large package, guys. And giving off some weird hums. He's not beating the allegations with this one. I hope you know what you're doing. Everything's in good hands now. Thank you, Remedy. We've gained 2 favors with Diego, and he gained 20% influence. My insider is willing to steal a prototype Matsumoto Nano Fab stabilizer formula. Just loot the files and we're set. It's jealously guarded. Okay. Yeah. Same mission we've been doing. We've gotten the same one in a row, which is kind of weird. That's a maybe. 3 days. Or wait, no. Is that his mission or is this the... No, this is the Scav raid. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. Let's roll that time. Please succeed. Please succeed. It was inevitable that Henniger would put all the puzzle pieces together. Now our headhunters are coming and Heiniger has marked us. At least the other syndicate bosses are just laughing behind Henniger's back. It wasn't soured the entire D cartel against us. We now have headhunters after us. These powerful enemies will pursue us until we kill their leader or escape 3 times or more. Headhunters will arrive at any point during one of our heists and will battle the local forces to reach us and kill us. We can build a counter intel pod in our safe house to get tokens that will allow us to throw off headhunters for a while or reduce the heat. Do you remember when the United North American researcher got canned in the Heartbreak rush job, Sarah? I've been keeping an eye on how she landed in the underbelly of NBZ. No money, no citizenship, no clue what the world's like. I thought we were done with that job, Mask. Things have not gone particularly well for Sarah. Unfortunately, she got caught in a syndicate snatch scam. Sarah took employment at a street-level tech house, signed some contracts, got settled in to make her meager pay doing meager work. The boss of the office realized she had major potential, and then found out she was ex-UNA and pounced. They made up some infraction, blamed it on her. It'll cost her a year of her piddly salary to pay off. Of course, Sarah doesn't have the money and will have to work it off. A story as old as time, that cycle will repeat, something else will happen, a new debt will pop up, And with syndicate security hanging nearby, she is now a slave to their machine. I know how this is hitting close to home, Mask. You don't have to hide your soft spots. Well, you know what? We really could use a new hacker. I'm just being calculating. It took us a long look at her dossier when we were doing the work. Sarah has the chops to be a dangerous hacker. Yes. UNA was happy enough to squander her potential and talents, but I don't think we should pass up without giving her a second look. No soft spots then, just cold ice. You know my life almost ended in something similar with Los Zagalos. Remember you helped leverage me out of there? If it takes ice to do the job, then I'm ice. So what about the hacker? Which syndicate? It's an up-and-coming financial crime house. They call themselves the Seven Dragons. There's 7 of them? Nah, they just think it's cool. It was a delicate situation, but it's a very small amount of money. We could buy Sarah out for 20K, or we could wipe out their syndicate. I'm not sure if a bloodbath is the best way to bring Sarah to the team. If we buy out her debt, then she's our debt. All right, well, we luckily have 24K. Buy out her 20K debt, and let's bring Sarah in for a chat. We can afford it. Let's make it happen. Even if we don't pick Sarah up as a valuable asset to the team, we've still done a good thing for the day, and we didn't even have to wipe a syndicate out. Consider it done. I'll get Sarah situated in a coffin motel waiting for us. Yes, please, recruit, please. Please. Let me introduce you to Sarah. We just canceled her debt with the syndicate. Not to be crass, but for us buying out your debt was easy. Because we realized you're not some street hacker. You got real potential to do something special. I was wondering why you did it. I didn't think the city knew what an act of charity was. Don't take it to be what it wasn't. As Mass said, we see that you're very skilled. I'll make it clear, because you won't get the offer twice. I'm a Cyberknight, and I run this mercenary outfit. We cut our own path. We might work for the city power players, but they're not our masters. And I'm thinking about finding a new hacker. Seems that we have a opening in the roster. Is that you, Sarah? It's refreshing you're not just using the 20K you paid as dead weight on my back. By the virtue of that alone, yes, I'll take my chances if you'll have me. It's clear that I'm one-way ticket down, so might as well try to land in your crew. You know the worst part about losing our hacker? We lost whatever his storyline was. Sad. I've never done that storyline. Welcome to the team, Sarah. I can promise you this. I'll repay you for what you did. Let me cut some ice for you. You'll see what I can do. Welcome to the team, Sarah. She's gone, off to mingle with the others, learn about her new home. Thank you, Noir. You know I was close to a life of servitude. I couldn't just watch it happen. Our decisions have boosted Mass loyalty and hype. Eventually, the truth will come out, right? No one will say anything to Sarah now, but they all know how to shut their yaps. We need to explain it to her sooner or later, just not today. Sarah will find out on her own someday. You know, we better tell her that we were involved in that. We did say that trust was valuable to us, so we need to explain it to her sooner rather than later, just not today. Fair enough. Until then, we got ourselves a new hacker who's eager to prove she can cut ice. Please tell me she has her own cyber deck, because we can't afford a cyber deck. It turns out we're really poor. Oh, thank goodness we do have a cyber deck. Ooh. Okay, and I don't see. This is what Sarah hacked the system to make you think that's what she looked like, but actually, it was Ghost Dancer the whole time. Sarah Leland, who will be known as Ghost Dancer. Whoops. I just like the character look. So, would you stay zoomed out? So, that's gonna be Ghost Dancer for us. Our resident emo hacker. Welcome to the team. Glad to have you. Let's change your gear around. A secure shot. Yep. There we go. And a silencer. Cool. And then we can either have the assault or an SMG. Let's actually give her the SMG, I think. And let's go get a silencer for that. Never mind, I'm completely broke. Remind me to buy a silencer for that. Ghost Dummy thick, she prefers, Gustav. Okay, and training. we're gonna basically, as much as it sucks, basically get the same stuff. So I want spoof. That's ridiculously good. Packet loss. I need it. Yes. Yes. 2 of those, please. 2 turns, please. And we're out of points. So she's actually not that far behind where Red Hat was. That could have been a lot worse. She's got a matrix link. Yeah. Man, it would be nice to give some hacker implants there, but we're obviously poor. Okay, we do need to do this mission, but I'm at almost 3 hours. I'm not going to push it tonight. I was absolutely wiped on Tuesday after I did. So that's going to be it for tonight. We survived. We had a very bad loss losing Red Hat. We missed out on an easy mission because of that. We really lucked out that we were able to snag another hacker so quickly. I don't know what we would have done if that wasn't the case. If we had skipped that mission and didn't have that coming down the pipe, that would have sucked. We have a headhunter on us. Yet again, we failed, I think, an 80% chance to throw the headhunter off our trail. And yet again, we failed. We seem to be failing the things that are, like, easy and vital. We seem to be failing those a lot. We did actually end up with less heat. We started in the 40s or 50s and we're down to 22. And actually, hold on. We're down to 12 heat. The lower the heat, the less chance that they'll show up. So that's something. We're absolutely broke. So we're definitely taking this salvage mission. This doesn't pay. What we steal is what we get. So this could be super valuable or it could be bunk. So we will have to find out next time. Red Hat was holding us back, don't worry. Well, he died with about 200,000 UDs and equipment, if nothing else. We'll see. Moving forward, so we have Dominions. Remember, we are on summertime now, so Dominions is at 4 p.m. PST time on Friday. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream on Saturday. I'm likely to do one stream on Sunday. It's Father's Day for anyone who doesn't know, so make sure you give your dad a call and wish him a happy Father's Day on that. But I do think I'm going to do probably like a noon or afternoon stream before I go have Father's Day with my dad. So I'm not even going to say what that's going to be. We may introduce one of the new games, or we may do House of Legacy, one of the two. And then on Monday, we should be starting the new summer schedule, which is going to have both a morning and a late afternoon evening stream. And they're going to be different games. So we're going to be starting up a Shadow Empire campaign. We're going to be continuous Cyberknights. We're going to do House of Legacy. House of Legacy is definitely going to be a morning game, I think. So that's going to be a morning slot. Cyberknight will be a evening slot. And it'll probably be Shadow Empire as the evening slot too. And then the morning slot, I'm not going to announce that yet because I'm not 100% decided, but we'll have something in there. And we'll probably play any given game every other day, give or take. So it won't be just like same game every single day. So if you miss a stream, you'll have a day to catch up if you'd like to. Give me presents, I had dad too. Well, happy Father's Day, Gustavo. Hell yes, Shadow Empire. Yep, Shadow Empire's returning. Yeah, it should be a good one. I'm debating whether we're gonna do a what are they called? The DLC with the water world. I hate those mechanics, but maybe it's worth doing it once. I'm kind of hemming and hawing whether I want to do that. Okay, that's gonna be it for me tonight, gentlemen. Thank you for prowling the streets of New Boston with me. Stay safe out there, chooms. See if you can come up with some heists that we can earn some money, and I'll see you in the next one. Babble out.